Hi guys, it's your boy Victor Kunda, and on the 4th of July, I'm going to be at the Cocktails and Takeaways live show, kicking it with Madam Joyce at the O2 Indigo. So if you want to be there, make sure you click the link and buy your ticket. See you there.
It's CNT, baby. Good guys, welcome to Cocktails and Takeaways. It's your girl motherfucking Madam Joyce in the Bizzle, and we are back again. Can I just say, I am in my fashion era. I don't know if you guys have been seeing me on my Instagram and stuff, but ever since I've been hanging out with Victor, I really have been taking wait, hold on, I want to show you, I need to show you guys something, because girl, are you crazy? This is how I stepped to the scene. Like, I'm trying to be an it girl. Like, I see the fashion girlies on Instagram, TikTok, and they're just coming with looks. And I know you guys always like, Joyce, you always wear the mesh tops, because I don't know what else to fucking wear, okay? But I've really been experimenting with colors. I've really been experimenting with just understanding my body more. Obviously, being a thick girl, it's not everyday co-word, black. So I've been really experimenting. So obviously, guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just here, but guys, I've missed you. We're back again another week. And before we get started, I have something that I want to bring forth into the conversation, and this is the naughty corner. So obviously, you guys already know, the bad boys and girls, you never come to play games. And I think sometimes when you guys are tweeting me and you are on the social media and you're on the YouTube or whatever, you think I don't see it. So when you're being fucking cheeky in my comments, like, you think I don't see it. But I want to let you know, I'm aware. Let me look into my fucking eyes. I'm aware of your behavior. And I want to read out some of the comments that you guys have made from last week's episode. So I'm going to be starting to read some of your tweets and replies at the beginning of each week. So make sure you keep using the hashtag for your chance to get shouted on. So Debbie ZNX said, big up Madam Joyce for this. Y'all know I can't read. Big up Madam Joyce for this consistency. Every time I look, there's been a new east hashtag CNT podcast. I'm very fucking happy you guys have noticed that I'm being consistent week after week. Because last year, my consistency was awful. As in, there was like 3 weeks I'd miss, and then I'd come back 2, and then I'd go again 1. But I said this year, consistency is motherfucking key. So I'm glad you have realized that, Debbie. I appreciate you. I love you. So RLJX_ scored 9 out of 10 on winner bin at home. My best score yet. Hashtag CNT podcast. Big up you. Listen, there's so many of you guys that are always telling me, listen, if I do fucking, are you smart? I'm going to bang, I'm going to get 10 out of 10. Listen, put your money where your mouth is. Obviously, come to the live show where there's an opportunity for you to play the game. We are still yet to see somebody on this show get 10 out of 10. We're waiting for that person, the Jesus Christ of Are You Smart, to come and save y'all bitches. So if you want to come and play, come to the fucking live show and let's get it cracking, you dig? So hopefully I'll see RLJX come and kill the game on stage. So next person is Eva XN, Cocktails and Takeaways live show booked. Guys, I don't even understand why there's some people even watching the show and you haven't booked your ticket. Excuse me? Are we even boys? Can we even go to fucking cocktails and that? Can we really go for drinks? Can I really text you like how you're doing and stuff? Like, we really friends? You really haven't booked your live show tickets? Like, what's going on? But I just want to say, I'm really excited about the show. I have locked in the 2 first guests of the live show, which I'm really excited about. I know you guys are going to be excited. And I've also booked the first motherfucking performance. Okay, it's not going to be me, but do you know what? It's going to be someone. But honestly, I'm so excited. The planning and preparation has been phenomenal. I'm going to be vulnerable. It's been really high pressure. It's been a lot. I've been waking up. Some days I've been waking up with the uttermost anxiety because of how big the production is and everything, and just how many pieces you have to put together. Like even this morning I was like, I had to pray, I had to read my Bible, because if that spirit of anxiety doesn't jump out, the enemy will swallow me whole. They will digest me like a cucumber, and I just can't. I don't have the time or the energy. So I've really been trying to push through, and really just make sure that this event is amazing for you guys. But I'm gonna be honest, it has been emotionally hard doing this by yourself. Obviously I've got an amazing team, but being the creative mind alone has been hard. But I really do need your support, guys. I really need your love. So make sure you keep booking the tickets. Make sure you tell your motherfucking friends. Make sure you tell Fred again, and Bobby and Junie and Adam and Yinka, and tell them to come through. And honestly, let's have a motherfucking good time. And finally, Cami Kunre, one of my favorite people. Honestly, she's been a bad girl for a very long time, and I swear to God, there's not a time that I'm not on live, that an episode doesn't drop, that I do not see this girl commenting. Just know that if you're a real motherfucking bad boy or girl, I see you and I love you. And she said, if you don't listen to CNT podcast, it's okay. I forgive you. Just don't do it again. Go and listen to everything. So anyone that is new because you've seen the title, because we have a motherfucking serious guest in the Bumba Club building. If you're new here, yeah, and you haven't joined the squads, make sure you subscribe and make sure you go and watch after this one. If you're liking it, if you're like, okay, cool, you know, I'm feeling it, but let me marinate a bit more, make sure you watch the ones before that and before that. You know, on episode 80 something, I don't really count it, yeah, because I've got ADHD in it. But if you watch it, if you watch this one, make sure you watch that before. But without further ado, I would love to introduce my guest, and I am very excited about who is joining me in the conversations this week. So she is a lifestyle blogger. She is a social media influencer. She's been in the game for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you guys remember back in the day, she was there. And she is also a fellow podcaster with an amazing podcaster, Spill the Juice. And I'm hoping she'll spill the juice in the studio today. It is none other than motherfucking TENNESSE.
That's a good introduction.
Yeah, how are you? What's good? How are you, sister?
I'm good. You're good. I'm watching you in awe. I'm like, you're a good talker. You're a very good talker.
Do you know what's so funny? We've just started this this piece where I speak to my audience before you come in. I'm not gonna lie, guys. They just sit there. I didn't ask her to sit there in silence. She just sat there like.
Because I didn't know if I was allowed.
No, you were allowed to say. It's funny. It's really funny. I forget to tell people because it's new, and it's like, should I say something? Should I laugh? Should I engage?
I wasn't even trying to laugh.
Yeah,
I didn't know we were here. So I was just like,
how are you, girl? How has your week been?
My week's been good.
Talk to me. What you been up to?
Well, I've just been training all week.
Training, boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's interesting? You guys know I love a motherfucking drink. Obviously, my love language when people come on the show is, do you want a drink? TENNESSE refused my drink. She was like, no, I'm training.
I make it my whole personality trait now, because I would never have refused one before, but now I'm like, no, I don't drink.
She's got the H2O on the tape. She hasn't even cracked open the Coke. We're not even doing Coke today, just H2O. Okay, so guys, I want to start with something that I saw on social media. So this really excited me. So some lady was like, y'all ever argue with a nigga and he actually eating your ass up? I hate them kinds. I don't know if you saw that on social media, but it was basically a load of women were like sending screenshots of basically men putting them in their place. Obviously, I don't know about you, but I am a bit of an attention seeker. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I'm a little bit, just a dash of toxicity. Sometimes I do like a bit of attention and I do like a bit of an argument. Mm-hmm. And I may say something that might, you know, like, I never want to speak to you again, or I might start doing the slow reply stuff, or, you know, the stuff that us girlies do sometimes, because we want to know if you really care. Like, obviously, if you go a bit ghost, and it's like, oh, we want to see if he's going to check on us and stuff like that. So one of the girlies was like, One guy was like, stop texting my phone. You're annoying and childish, not from a place of anger, but you bring nothing to my life. Sex, money, refreshing convo, nothing. Life is too short to waste time. And you're probably on my top 20 list of wasteful things. Just stay away and get ADHD medication. Wish you the best. First of all, y'all not about to come for all us ADHD bitches. But then after this conversation, I realized I think some women really like toxic men. Now, I want to ask you, have you ever been in a situation where you know a guy's toxic, but you're just like, I think I kind of like it?
Yes. Hasn't everyone not been in that situation? Yeah.
I just love a bit of toxic. I mean, oh God, they're always the worst ones. Like, do you watch Love is Blind?
No, I've watched the first season, but I haven't watched the new season.
Girl, so there's a girl called Jackie. Excuse me if I get anyone's name wrong. So there's a girl called Jackie, and she's dating this guy called Marshall, and he is the nicest guy ever. Like, you know, he listens to you. He, you know, takes in your feelings and emotions, and he's there for you. And she basically said to him that he's not man enough. She's then left him to go for this guy who is very toxic masculinity. I will bang you in the face type of guy. Like, And everybody was thinking, what? Because the guy's a dick. The guy she's with now is a complete dick. But the guy, Marshall, who is the sweetheart, she didn't want him. And I feel like that speaks for a lot of women. But have you ever been in a situation where you've been with a toxic guy, but it's like you're kind of in love with the toxicity a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Listen, don't be bougie now, because you were on TikTok talking.
Yeah, I've been with a lot of, like, I've had the worst luck with men, like, and toxic relationships. But my first toxic relationship, I didn't know it was toxic.
Okay.
So it didn't make it exciting, because I genuinely really was just like the vulnerable one, because I didn't know this is what was going on. But then my second toxic relationship, it was like, I was a bit more experienced. Yeah. I knew now, like, you're trying to manipulate me.
Yeah. What was toxic about these relationships?
Like, well, cheating, of course.
Okay. Like serial cheating?
I allow a bit of, like, I always allow a bit of cheating. It's so bad. Bad.
She said a bit of cheeky cheating.
A bit cheating. Don't ever hurt no one. No. That was like my mindset, like, a few years ago. It was just like, I just like had this like idea that everyone cheated anyway, so like pick your best cheat and stick with it.
Oh yeah.
But realistically, at 18, 19 years old, like, I'm not gonna stay with you for the rest of my life. Why am I sticking out my best cheat at 18, 19 years old?
Trust me,
that's not normal.
In the bin. So what's your mindset about cheating now? Because I have a very interesting mindset about cheating as well.
It's like, I don't even want to say it, because I don't want, like, potentially, like, my future man to, like, ever watch this and then think, let me cheat. Let me cheat respectfully, because I have, like, a thing where it's like, if you cheat respectfully and I don't find out, what I don't know won't hurt me. But I've been in relationships before where, like, they have just gotten so, like, I dated this one guy, like, we was together for, like, quite a long time, like 2 years, and he got so lazy with let me find out he was cheating, that I was like, I have no respect for you anymore, because you're not even trying to hide anything. Like,
what?
I'd be folding his clothes for him, you know, because you're at work today, so I'm gonna color coordinate your wardrobe, because that's just what I am.
Yeah.
That's who I am. So while I'm doing it, the jeans that he just wore like a few days ago, he lived in another country, so I'd always be back and forth between, like, the two countries.
Flued out.
Yeah. and just be condoms, like, falling out of, like, jeans he had just wore. Ugh. And it was like, he was just getting so lazy. Like, sometimes I'd just be like, what did you do, like, this day? Like, he'd be like, oh, I lost my phone and crashed my car. No, you didn't lose your phone and crash your car in one night, but you can't even be bothered to think of a real lie. Say something so dramatic and out of, like, he got so lazy with it. So lazy.
You know what? Yeah, let me keep it a stack. Yeah, everything you're saying, yeah, and people might disagree with this, but I know a lot of women sadly understand this. We are in such a damaged and sad age, yeah. Men cheating have become so normalized now that sometimes is sadly pick your poison. I'm sorry,
it shouldn't
shouldn't be, but it is. My sister was like, but one thing my older sister said, she said, if a guy loves you, even if he cheats, you will never find out.
Yeah.
Why are you, like, when I hear stories of men cheating and you're cheating with the friend next door, he don't rate you. If you're good, like, you need to have a fear. If you're gonna cheat, there needs to be fear in your heart. Small. Go to Scotland.
Yeah.
Go to Turkey. Go and kick a flag. Go far.
Yeah.
Why are you cheating? Like, why would you be cheating? So local. Local gang. You'll be moving in the groups. Like, why are you sloppy? Yeah. Why are you sloppy? That's the thing. But I know myself. I've said this on the show before. Sadly, I'm such a lover girl. And I can resonate with you when you're like, oh, I just allowed it. Because me, the way I'm built, and that's why I'm very like, I don't let any guy just come into my space.
Because once you're in, you're not going anywhere. Even if
me or Lassie anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna love you. So even if you do a cheeky cheat, I will cry, and I'm like, okay, come back. Sorry. I'll even say something. That's and honestly, sadly, that's how die hard I am in my relationships, which is why I try not to get involved unless it's the right one. Because anything you could do, will do it. I don't know.
That's where it gets so.
That's where it gets so bad.
That's where the toxic is just on. But I'm
self-aware. I think the problem is that
everyone has a limit. Though.
Everyone has a limit. Of course, don't go be sleeping with my sister or anything. That's wild.
Yeah, but when you let them, when they know that they've cheated and you forgive them, it never ends.
You have to leave the first time, please. Yeah. Sometimes you really have to leave the first time.
You could know, but they could not know you know. Maybe it won't happen again. But if they know you know it's happening again. And
you stayed in the fire.
They're laughing behind your back.
Yeah.
They are laughing at you. It's
really bad. That's why these days I'm just like, men, I don't even like, because I'm such a lover girl, sadly, that this is the stuff that we have to deal with. And I feel like, because I know myself, obviously you've been in a situation, I've been in a situation where I've become so self-aware about like, when women love, we can fucking love. And big up all the girls that can pick up their bag and leave. I really wish big fucking respect. But when it comes to me and
I'm going out sad.
I'm
getting dragged out. Like,
I'm a stick beside him.
Yeah. I'm
a stick beside him.
I'm going out sad, and it's now I feel like if I found out someone cheated, I would try my absolute hardest to just leave with my pride, because I've never left any of my relationships with my pride.
Wow.
My pride, they've got my pride. They give it back.
Turn it to pieces.
Because I fought so hard that it's like I've ended up making myself look
like a dickhead. Yeah.
Even just I find out like one guy cheated on me. It's like that day, my whole day now was dedicated to going and vandalising his car.
Oh girl, we ain't. I bust the windows out.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And it was like a day out for me. That was the most exciting part of my day that week, because it was like going to the shop with my girls, getting the paint, getting the pins, getting.
This is all allegedly, by the way, because you might not have the allegedly.
Allegedly, we went to the shop and like got all the stuff, and then we just vandalised his car, and it was like so fun. Mm-hmm. And it's like, looking back, I'm like, what a sad little life, Jane.
Not word, I hear it.
What a sad little life. You actually. He did you wrong, and you thought, let me go and paint his car. Like,
you're better than me. I will say, I will cry. I won't even do anything. I'm so weak. I would not even do, like, I don't have it in me to do, like, let me call. I don't even have girls to call that. I'll be like, yeah, let's go fucking vandalize this car. Like, my girls ain't cool like that. They'll be like, Joyce, what are you doing? Like, I would actually sit at home and wallow in my soul.
I would, but I don't allow myself to. I'm like,
you were such a Scorpio.
Revenge is the best revenge. Like, no revenge is the best. No, revenge is the best revenge. Like, I'll seek revenge at all times, and it's so bad.
Oh, girl, I wish.
When you do the same things that they do in the end, like, karma's so real. It's just, karma's just then coming for me. Like, now I'm in the same boat as you, and we're both gonna get the same karma. Like, it just doesn't make you any better of a person.
Are you single at the moment, or are you in a relationship?
I'm single.
Like, when you mean single, you mean single?
I'm not even dating. I'm not even talking to anyone. I'm so single. I've been so single now for so long that anyone that comes along, it's just immediate ick. And it's like, I'll find myself being really horrible to them. Like, I try to like talk to guys, and it's just, I'm just not nice to them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because maybe I'm not healed like from my past, so I'm just taking out like emotions on them, or if it's because men just make me feel fucking sick. Like, they actually make me feel sick. they make me feel sick. That's the only way I can say it. Like, I was talking to a guy not too long ago, and like he just tried to do like the slightest thing of like what I would call manipulation tactic.
What is it?
And it was nip it in the bud straight away and not
straight.
You made me feel physically sick. Like,
what did he do
to the world? So it was like we were seeing each other. God, I hate if he sees this. We were meeting each other, and I basically just said, like, I can only see you at this time, so we only have like a few hours together.
Of course.
And he tried to hit me with well, we just won't see each other then. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. And then it was like, so you actually don't want to see me? That there, you're done straight away, because I just told you that I can only do this time. Now you've the one that's come up with this idea of let's just not see each other. So, okay, I'm not going to fight now. Oh, please still see me, even if it's only a few hours. That's like, the men just are naturally manipulating. Mm-hmm. You now want to flip it on me and make it out like I'm like going to beg to still see you.
You're giving villain era, and I'm kind of here for it, you know. You're in your villain era.
I am.
And I'm actually here for it. Because I feel like sometimes after a certain amount of constant emotional heartbreak, emotional drainage, your pride is in the gutter. You just resurrect into fucking, what's that woman's name? What's that woman's name on Marvel? I can't remember her name. Not the Scarlet Witch. No one is a witch in Jesus' name. What's that woman called from Marvel? Black Widow. You just come out as the Black Widow, and you're just out for everybody. Mm. Like, and I hear it, because it's like sometimes you're just like, girl, I'm tired. Like, low tolerance, babe. Like that tends to what happens after you give so many men chances. You become a low tolerance babe. Which on the plus side, it's like, okay, cool. Like if you do a little mess up, I'm gonna nip it in the bud. But sometimes when you don't give guys grace, sadly you might miss out on the right
That's
one.
what I think. Sometimes I think, am I too paranoid now that something that isn't even a red flag, am I like red flag, but it's not even a red flag.
Like he's breathing red flag.
Yeah, that's red flag gone by.
Yeah,
and then I'm like missing out on opportunities and potentially having a little romance.
Yeah,
but I just believe anything that's meant to be will be. And if I really did connect with someone to the point where like I felt like it was meant to be, like I just do believe in true love, and I do believe in I love romance, I love love, and I believe like when you meet someone that's really for you, like you won't even doubt it. It'll just flow. And I feel like somebody that really is interested in pursuing you romantically, not that they just want to hanky pank you and dump you, will fight through those issues. Mm-hmm. I find that men are fighters, men are hunters, and even if that hunt is difficult, if they like you, I feel like they will pursue you and they will want to change your mind. Mm-hmm. And I've had that experience before where it's like I've really, really had my guard up with a guy, and he just really blew me out. Even to the point where you're being so bad to them, it's like you're feeling bad because the guy's just giving you everything you need, and it's like, no, I'm broken, no, I'm hurt, and it's like, it's too much sometimes.
Babe, cool down. Like, you know, I'm here for you. Like, you know, I'm on your side. I'm on your team. And it's like, I'm just.
Yeah, but do you know what? It's when you've like been through it. You just don't believe anything men say. So
I agree. But speaking of men, so are you open to dating guys in the industry? So here's my issue. I'm quite new to the industry, and I am constantly surrounded by the most chocolate daddies. There's some fan ass men, like when I go to these events and stuff, and I'm just like, ooh, and everyone that knows me knows that I just fancy everyone. I don't even care, like tall, short, fat, skinny.
You know that's literally me. I fancy everyone as well.
Like my friend was like, I remember I was in the car with my guys one time. I was with Charlie Mays, big up Charlie Mays, and I was with Timmy, and I was with them for the night, and every moment, oh, he's nice. Oh, he's nice. Oh,
you can appreciate.
He's nice. And Charlie was like, Joyce, what's your type? Because every guy you say is nice is like completely different to the next. And it's like, I just like the human experience. Do you get me? Like, don't even matter. Like, but are you interested in dating industry still? Are we still in that realm?
I'm not against it, and I'm not like for it.
Okay.
Necessarily. The reason I would be for it more than against it is because I feel like it's just a lot to understand this industry, and it's like a lot when you're not in it. There's a lot of things you could see and think, I don't want my girl involved in that, or I don't want her doing that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to understand. It is like an industry like this. It's like I would date someone in the industry, But then it's just like, they're in the industry.
They're in the industry.
It's like they get it, but like they're in it, so they really get it.
My biggest fear, and I'll be honest, my biggest fear is breaking up with someone and then seeing them out. It's like when I break up with someone, in my head, you've died.
Yeah.
I don't want the resurrecting body to be walking around DLC.
I know, and then when they're like known, it's like you just you see them.
You see them. Do you know what? Yours is even worse. Should I tell you why yours is even worse? Because not only do you see them, you hear them, girl.
Luckily, I'm not walking into like the shops and really hearing them too much.
Like, it's like you just in the club by your it's like get your single on, and then you hear your ex in the back, and it's like
I know. It's like
please.
And then you're looking around if anyone's
looking at you
because you don't want to even move to it, because then it's like Tennessee in the club, like shaking her ass to her ex's music. But then you don't want to look too much like you're angry. Yeah, like, where's the back? So it's just time for you to get your drink.
And on your phone, just get your drink.
The straw. Yeah.
Get your drink.
Suddenly I'm on my emails in the club because the songs come on.
No signal, but it's like, shit, this email from 2 days ago is fabulous. Thank you,
I'm just going to reread my response.
Yes.
Just going to reread that.
Oh my God. Do you know what? Yeah, random thought, yeah. I've always wanted someone to make I've always wanted to be in a rap song. Mm-hmm. Like, I've always wanted to be named in a rap song. That's like my weird bucket list thing.
Yeah, fantasy.
My weird fantasy. Like, you know, when they're like, when sometimes guys mention, fuck that bitch in the Licha.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I want someone to mention my name in a rap song. I know that was so random. That was just,
yeah.
Have you ever been mentioned in a rap song before?
Yeah.
Got
a few rap songs.
Okay, what's the I should have asked my producer to set these lyrics up. What's the lyrics? Do you know the lyrics?
You know, it's like, no, but yeah, I know the lyrics. No, I don't know the lyrics like down. So it's obviously, I feel like Central C's one's kind of.
What did he say?
He said, I want to hit Tennessee and I don't mean Nashville. So like everyone calls me Nashville now.
Oh, Central C. But he's cute too. I don't know this.
Yeah, he said that.
He's handsome though.
Yeah.
Would you go to Nashville?
No, I wouldn't go to Nashville. I am the Nashville, but
no, I mean, would you
let him go to Nashville?
Nashville? Would he let? I mean,
I knew like him before he was.
Oh, okay, so he knows you.
I know. Yeah, it was kind of weird when he done that because it was like, I get probably you do want to hit me, but it's not that.
You can just message me and ask me like the fuck.
But I don't really like it that much when guys, because I feel like guys mentioning me in their music has also like contributed to the fact that everyone thinks I'm a hoe. Because people mention me that I've never even like spoke to, and it's like, oh, thanks, like now you're on the radar too, and I haven't even spoken to you.
Because you're a bad bee. Yeah. She said, yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I better get to know. But yeah, back to dating in the industry. I was talking to my friend, I was talking to my guy friends, and he said that there's 4 types of guys, we just talk about this, that women tend to go for. So you have the fraud boys, the drug dealers, that's the one I like, the creators, so anyone within the entertainment space, the 9-to-5 boys, and then you have the entrepreneurs. Now, which one of those guys appeal to you?
I want to say the drug dealer, but I don't want to say the drug dealer.
I'm going to say the drug dealers.
Yeah. Because I don't have a 9-to-5, so I don't want someone else that has a 9-to-5. I'm going to be bored all day, like, because I do go to work some days. Well, now I'm out of the house during the day, but most of the time, my normal work schedule, it's like, I'm free most of the day. I can do what I want, and I want you to be able to do that too. I don't want you to be thinking he's gone all day.
Yeah, you have to book off holiday and stuff like that. It's like,
only
girl,
2 weeks of however long.
Holidays, yeah.
I don't want all that.
Entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I don't mind what is that, like a business owner?
Yeah,
like,
business owner.
Yeah, I don't mind that when they've got
like
employees.
a tech company.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Not the ones that, because I feel like there's certain levels that a lot of guys, let me not say a lot of guys, there's some men that have entrepreneur in their bios.
But they're not.
But it's like, you're not a full-time entrepreneur. I think like the type of entrepreneur that we're talking about for me as established woman is, by the way,
as a £300 date woman.
Yeah, as a £300 date woman. Thank you. is someone that, you know, has an established ongoing business. They may have employees. They should have employees, to be honest. And somebody that has, you know, a nice, healthy turnover. Do you know what I mean?
They're not even really going to work. They just get that one call once a week.
You're probably screaming. Do you know, I wouldn't even mind, because I feel like sometimes people feel like being entrepreneurs means that you don't have, that you're like, you got all this free time in the world and you're just chilling. But I find that a lot of the guys who are entrepreneurs probably work like 80-hour weeks.
Yeah.
Like that
I feel like it's on the phone.
On the phone?
Like, not on the phone, but like, it's always like a...
Yeah, I mean, I've dated a guy who's an entrepreneur, and he was just too, like, it got to the point where it was like, girl, breathe. Like, it was just too much. Like, every day you're working, meeting, and it is on a lot of time. It is working from home, but they got meetings back to back. This person, this meeting, this call. But yeah, I do like an entrepreneur. That I just like a guy who's a hustler.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like a fraud boy.
Do you not feel like fraud is a hustle? I agree.
No. Depends what kind of fraud you're doing, but no. And sometimes I think like with fraud boys, they don't really understand like the value of money. I want someone that like, that's like my main thing. I need someone that knows the value of money.
That
and
works,
also,
yeah.
I want someone that likes money, but I want someone that's not driven by money. I don't want you to be mainly money motivated.
Have you dated guys like that before?
No, but I don't want to.
Yeah, that's just money hungry. It's just like, relax.
Yeah, and fraud boys, I think they're so money hungry that it's kind of the only thing they see. And when like they'll do anything to get it. And if they are in a position where like,
yeah, I've dated a fraud boy once and I never did it again because the boy deets my card. Oh my god. Yes.
Only way it would have ended, really.
That's the only way it would have ended. Like he didn't teach my card, but he did a job on my account, on my card or something. I was like 19. And I just said, it's okay. I never saw that money. It was like, thank God it was only like £300. But at the time, at 19 years old, that's a lot of money. Obviously now we're spending £300 on dates, you get me? But it's like at the time it was a lot of money. But it was like after that I just said, let me leave the fraud boys. To be honest, even the drug dealers, I've dated a drug dealer and I think I've told the story where the police ran up to my yard because for firearms allegedly or something. After that, I said, I think the whole thing with drug dealers is the whole aesthetic in it. For me, it's the just thrill. Like it's the bad boy aesthetic. It's like, and I find that the drug dealers I know, for some weird reason, they are absolute gentlemen. Like, it just blows my mind how chivalrous they are. But then they're on the roads fighting. It's just like, I have like all of them I've met. They'll call you. Oh yeah, how are you, miss? You know,
you can't fault them, really. You can't fault them.
It's just like they're just such gentlemen. I'm just like, yeah, you good, miss. Like, how are you? Like, what's your name? Like, they're very gentlemen. Like all the ones I've met, very weird. Yeah. But then when you see them talking on the phone, it's like they want to kill somebody. It's just like, whoa, but it's like not me though. Like,
and then it makes you like the mug. Like,
yeah, it's
special.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's where we went wrong, because we always think we're special. But I think for me, entrepreneur, I'm really scared to date creatives, you know. I'm really scared to date in the entertainment. I'm sorry, sister, I would never date a rapper to the day I die.
Really?
I would never do it. I'm sorry, that's the mistake. Wait, hold on. So you've won and done.
I wouldn't do it.
You're not gonna do it again?
No.
Do you know what? I hear it.
I wouldn't do it. I don't like discriminate against it. Like if I like had a connection with someone that was no, I don't think I'd do it again. Actually,
there's honestly, I love the music scene, the UK music scene. There's a lot of rappers that
they're not for dating. They're actually not for dating. There's someone that will date them, but I'm not that someone. I was that
not
someone.
Me though. Y'all stay safe.
Yeah.
But there's some talent wise where it's like, I love the UK men in the scene, the rappers. I think they're phenomenal. I wouldn't personally. I don't find them attractive to date. There's only one that comes to mind. I'm like, he smokes me out.
Who?
I can't say it as I'm shy. I whisper. No, I don't want to say it because that's just gonna be causing. I'm not gonna say it.
Alright. We're gonna keep kicking.
No, that's okay. I'm hoping that. Does it look? Shake it. Doesn't want the truth to come out. But yeah, there's only one rapper in the UK that I would actually entertain. But I'm.
Imagine you were like Digger.
Huh?
Imagine you was like Digger.
No, I love no, God, no. I'll whisper it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably the only one.
Yeah.
Because I fancied the pants off that boy. Jesus, Jehovah Christ, take the wheel. Oh, God. But that's the only one that I'm like.
I don't think I could do a content creator, though.
Talk to me.
Something about, even something like, rapping could slightly borderline, could be a little bit icky, but something about a man, like, setting up a camera and doing that whole thing that just absolutely gives me the ultimate ick. And I'm not here, like, it's just, I couldn't be with a man that then is like, gets up his camera and starts filming us. I just think that's for girls only. Like, leave that to the girls. There's something about it that's just so icky. Even a man saying, if I was with a man, he turned around to me and said, "Can you take a photo of me?" What do you mean, can I take a photo of you? That should be a thing where, like, I just take the photo. I want to naturally be like, you should get a photo. As soon as you're asked,
can you
and
take
then
a
they're
pic
like,
of
no,
me?
take it again. No, get this angle.
You know what's a bit of an ick to me? I can't lie. When man them take pictures of their food and stuff, like when they're doing
men influencers. I'm
when
sorry.
They're doing boomerang. Like, if I'm on a date, yeah, if I'm going out with a guy and he pulls out his phone and he's doing boomerangs and stuff, I am going to catch a hard ick. I can't lie. Just eat the food and be a nigga. Just
eat it.
Just
eat it quick as well.
Quick. Don't do that slow. You shouldn't eat before me, or you shouldn't eat after me. Like, if I finish my food, you should have been done 10 minutes ago because you're a man.
Yeah, I know. I'm behind with the times with all this because I think that about a man too. And I just also hate when a man cares so much about how they look.
I had a boy that
just doesn't matter.
Exist.
Yeah, you're
just
doing
exist.
enough.
Wear your clothes.
When a man is too much like on his appearance, men even get filler now. Men get filler.
I've seen this. You know, there's a lot of things for me, and we said this before. What doesn't hurt won't kill us.
I know, but
if you're pumping your face, man, them just don't even tell me, bro. Just keep it to yourself. Don't even tell the homies. Keep it to yourself. Like, same thing. Like, I'm very for.
Do what makes you happy.
Do
what makes you feel confident.
But don't tell me. Like, I don't want to know, because I'm sorry, the woman that I am, I'm going to feel sick. And I'm sorry, but that's the woman I am. That doesn't mean that you're not cool.
Because it's the process. You've booked it. You've booked the treatment. You've researched about the treatment. You've looked at before and afters, and you thought, I need that treatment.
I need that treatment.
There's so many processes of a man getting filler that's like,
why are you thinking that hard about yourself?
Yeah, I just think men should just be there. Like,
I agree.
And to be honest, I like a man that's a bit ugly. I don't go for pretty boys.
I do like.
I like a ugly. When I'm in love with you, you're good looking. That's because then no one else is.
I've never actually described my catalogue of exes, but my exes is that ugly men that I fell in love with because they had money, and then you're in love, and then you're like very attracted to them. That was me.
Because when you like someone and you know their personality, I literally would look at my exes and be like,
yummy.
I look at everyone else thinking, you're all pissed. I know you are. Got the most good looking guys ever. Like, I hit the jackpot here. And now I look back, I'm like,
it's like scary. Scary. Jump scare.
I said, oh, don't scare. I'm like, but it's just in the moment when
I don't think I've ever gone out with a really sexy, yummy, scumbling boy.
I don't think I could go out with someone so like, you know, them proper nice. You know, have you seen their boys on TikTok where like their shirts always got a shirt off, like six pack, and they're just like,
I think
they bite their lip.
Not the lip bite. No, I think they're very cringe.
They're so cringe.
Hang it up flat screen. Hang it up flat screen. The boys that bite their lips, they just need to give it a rest. They just need to hang it up. I don't even know where we even got to this conversation, but hold on. Yeah, we were talking about, entrepreneurs, creators, drug dealers, 9-to-5ers, fraud boys are spoken about, drug dealers, creators. But the thing is, I think because I'm in the space, a lot of the UK creators, I'm like, because I'm used to the fashion hauls and the skits and stuff, I could see myself dating someone like that. as long as it's not, I don't know, there's some it depends on what people's level of cringe is, because there's some people who do content and they're really funny, for example, like the content is funny.
The funny ones, if you're funny, you're automatically a 10 out of 10.
But what's cringe to you? But when does it become cringe?
It becomes cringe when the boomerangs of them eating food, cringe. The posting everything, cringe. The taking too many photos of yourself, cringe.
Yeah, that's cringe.
That is so cringe. And then I don't mind like a person that does like funny YouTube videos. That's not cringe because you're just naturally being funny.
Yourself, yeah.
But like trying out outfits, get dressed with me, that. But then there's always like, I feel like I'm just pick and choose, because I could see a man like do like a get ready with me, but if he makes it funny, I'm not going to find it cringe. Like on a TikTok video. So it's just how they do it.
It's how that's the thing. It really is how they like there was
it's how they execute.
It's how they execute, because sometimes it's like, I feel like a lot of times some people they're not sexy. They're just trying to be sexy, or they're trying to be.
As soon
funny,
as you're trying to be sexy as a
it's
man,
just cringe.
Yeah, you're done.
Everything when it's like the attempt is high, it's like, babe, cool it down. It's not cute. Tell us what you're training for the people that don't already know.
So I'm doing a boxing fight on the 13th of May. Yeah, it's actually real boxing.
Not a fake boxing, real boxing.
Yeah, it's real boxing.
And how did this fight come about? So for the people that don't know, I didn't want to jump straight into it, but it's really part of your identity right now in terms of like, girl, I'm just boxing and stuff. So you had a situation with another artist on social media. Can you tell us what happened first? Let's go to the basics. What actually happened and what went wrong?
I feel like a lot of things went wrong along the way.
Okay.
She came on the podcast, which that episode isn't actually out yet, but I just did a story time after talking about her partner basically just staring at me and giving me the eyes.
So it wasn't her, it was her partner.
No, it was her partner.
Okay.
And then she sent for me back in like a video. I sent for her back, but to be honest, I'm not really much of like a cuss her out. Yeah. So everyone just thought it was a joke when I sent for her back. And then it was like, we kind of was publicly arguing, and a boxing match kind of like did get like risen to us.
Okay.
And
you just took the offer.
I'm not gonna decline the offer.
So let's go to the beginning.
Boxing fights.
She says she getting the bag, but I want to go to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what provoked you, because you were the provoker. You started this. I want to know what provoked you to be like. And the thing is, one thing I kind of love about you is, obviously, when I was first introduced to you, you were Instagram. You were a model. You were on Instagram. You were a bad bee. You just were. No one really heard you speak.
Mm-hmm. They don't like it when I speak.
No, do you know what? Not that I've never liked it or not. I just never knew you as someone that was quite vocal.
Yeah.
Recently, I've been hearing you speak, and girl, you got a lot to say. So when you did this video, and you were like, by the way, guys, and you said it where it was like, I'm not saying who he is, I'm not saying who she is, but she's a rapper, she's mixed race, she got a girlfriend, and she's from the UK, and she has this. I said, girl, you just basically, I want to know what provoked you to make that video.
I just made it. I feel like I didn't really think when I was making it, and then when I uploaded it, I don't think I was really thinking. But I just done it, like, I didn't care. I just made the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wasn't thinking about it. You were just like, do you know what? This is something that really bothered me. Was it more like you were concerned about Paige because her girlfriend was doing winky me winky? Like, what was your intentions?
No, it was just, I just made the video. I just thought it was a funny story because it was just funny to me.
Were you trying to be a little bit messy?
Yeah. I'm not, yeah.
Okay, you have to own it.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a fact now. You got to motherfucking own it.
Yeah, actually, now, I was trying to be messy.
You were trying to be messy. Okay, cool.
It worked out for the best anyway, Paige.
So now we're in a stage, so we're going backwards and forwards. And then Paige, am I allowed to say her name?
Yeah.
Paige Keiki did a diss song. She did a diss rap towards you, and she was standing behind the Tennessee Express chicken. Do you know, I swear to God, I've never heard of Tennessee Express chicken in my whole life. That was the first time.
Really?
I've never heard of it in my life. But then again, I grew up in Bedford, so
Yeah,
What was your thoughts on that song?
It was hard, and also I admire it. I liked it. A main character, I like to be the center of attention, so I actually didn't mind the song. Like, I thought it was quite funny, and the fact that she went to the effort of like actually finding like a Tennessee Express chicken shop and like standing in front of it. I just admired like the whole thing about the whole video. It was well put together, and the song weren't too bad either. So
you basically like, well, she had a lot of time, and I'm happy.
And I gave her something to rap about. She hadn't really been rapping in a while.
Oh, I mean, you know, Paige Cake is doing good things in the music industry. I can appreciate her as an artist. Listen, how do you do these interviews and stay in the middle? Because, do you know what I mean? Because I don't want them to cancel my ass. I don't have the energy. Would you ever make a diss track back to her? Were you thinking, should I go into the booth and do a little 1, 2, 3?
I did go into the booth.
You went into the booth?
I don't think I'm going to drop it because I was like, I'm actually doing too much. I just did it on like a fun, like, this is fun.
Have you got a verse or two for us?
No. How long till this episode's out?
Next week.
Oh, yeah, no. It probably wouldn't be dropped if I was to drop it, but no. I don't think I will reply. I'm not a rapper. It's kind of crazy to like send it for someone that's not a rapper.
See, that's happened to me. Like, I've had some rapper indirects at me, and it's like, well, how do I even respond to this?
Yeah, like what do you want?
I don't have the talent to go back and forth with you. So I understand. Like, it's like, what do you do next? But what you did do next is that you planned a fight, and I want to know. A lot of people are thinking that this is all PR from the get go. Like, I think because the way you responded to Paige and the whole thing, it was just very out of character. Like, even me, like, I don't expect you, like, you were innocent looking in the face and you're really cool and like, and then you come up with these fighting words, and it's like, it sounds like someone's giving you a script and it's like, girl, you better say this, say, call her a lazy ass bitch or whatever you said. Is this a PR stunt, or is this like for real?
No, this is for real. Like, even to this day, people will still think that this fight is like a fake, like, we want followers, like, we're going to pretend to fight, and then on the night it's just not going to happen. Like, no, we're really fighting.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
and have you seen
really
her? Have you seen her since?
No.
So you guys have not seen each other. You've not crossed paths. You've not seen her on the roadside or nothing. So the first time you guys are going to see each other is in this ring.
No, so fight week, there's like press conference, you do like a training session in front of like everyone, so we'll see each other then. And
when is that going to be?
That's fight week, so that's every day, like leading up to the fight. You kind of do like press things, like.
Okay, so you're doing press and so how are you feeling about her?
It's actually, at this point, it's nothing personal onto her. It's just, it is a boxing match now. It's just a fight. Someone's got to win.
And do you feel like you're going to win? Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of people are really betting on Paige.
No one thinks I'm going to, no one has faith in me. No one thinks I'm going to win, but.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, yes.
No, okay. Tell me.
This is what people don't think. Like, people think I'm actually absolutely deluded, and I've actually got no brain cells in here. I wouldn't take a boxing match if I'd never had a fight, and I also wouldn't take a boxing match if I didn't think I could win. Like, boxing, this isn't the streets. Like, you can look so ghetto, but it's only going to take you so far. Yeah. It's a sport at the end of the day.
So tell us who you are. Obviously, you're saying that you have a history. You've done a little bit of a 1, 2, 3. Explain to us, why do people see you as one perception, and what is the reality like for you?
People just think because you look a certain way or like you act a certain way that you can't hold your own. But I mean, realistically, I'm the one that needs to be able to hold my own the most, because people will try and fight me. People will think they can beat me up. Girls will just want to jump me, and because they think I can't handle myself.
Hold on, let's wheel it back. You've been in a situation where girls are trying to jump you.
Yeah, I've been in situations, yeah.
Please, we must know, elaborate. We need to know the tea.
Just like the first fights I had were like in school.
Of course.
Because it's just school. And I have older sisters, so they were always kind of just like, they would teach me how to fight. Like, my older sister, she would beat me up to the point where like, I would literally be fighting for my life. Because she'd be like, you need to know how to fight. Like, you can't not know how to fight. That's just, so it's always just been like, that's just how I'm built. Yeah. It's never been something
So this is not new to you?
Yeah.
This is not new to you. And especially with the kind of industry that you're in as well, where it can be quite catty. Have you had experiences outside of this where you've been in, obviously not in like so much of a public setting, where you have been in kind of like domestic issues with girls within your space?
Yeah.
For any reason? Do you want to elaborate on that?
God, if I can do that. But no, I've definitely had situations like where, yeah, girls... A lot of my situations, I feel like, was when I drank.
Okay.
It made me this angry person. Only really 3 times have I had to fight someone, like, defending myself. But more times I've actually started a fight. And I always thought, like, you should never start a fight. Like, you should know how to fight, but you should never start a fight. And a lot of times, like, in the past, like, year, I started fights because I was, like, drunk and, like, people said the wrong thing and it made me get even more angrier than I should have.
Yeah.
So, like... But now it's like, it's a boxing match. You know, I'm not fighting on the street.
Of course, no. It's definitely in an isolated area.
Yeah.
But I think what it is that definitely the instigation part is still an element of the fight. But it seems to me that obviously you're on a growth phase. You're not drinking. You've kind of acknowledged that, you know, a lot of the fights that you've had previously have come from drinking. Obviously, I believe you've stopped drinking.
Yeah, I've stopped drinking.
Why was your decision made to do that?
Well, I have stopped drinking mainly since kind of like the beginning of the year because I ruined Christmas because I was literally the drunk one in my family.
Oh, wow.
And I was the one that ruined Christmas, like iconic, like kinda. I just like argued. You know when you argue with one person and you know you're in the wrong, and then you keep going. I either step back now or I take down everyone with me. That was me. I took down everyone with me. I got kicked out on Christmas Day from my sister's house. I ruined Christmas, and then like. My parents actually just sat down with me and was like, you go crazy when you drink. And I did go crazy when I drank. I either was in the best mood ever, but if one thing sent me into a bad mood, if I could destroy the world, I would. That's how angry I got.
What's your star sign?
Scorpio.
Okay. It makes sense, yeah. And
I have ADHD, so I didn't really agree well with drinking.
Yeah.
So from January, I was like cutting down how much I drank. I was a drinker, and I never thought it was like a drinking problem, but I didn't just drink. I got drunk, so drunk every time, and I wouldn't go in a social situation without drinking. And obviously not like the shop, like. But
like social.
Yeah, anything social. Yeah, I would try and have a drink, and that's just not normal. Well, now looking back, I'm like, that was so unhealthy for me. Even the changes in my body, like the way that like I even look has changed because I haven't been drinking alcohol. So I kind of cut down, and then I'd been stopping drinking, but then now it's like I've completely stopped because obviously when you're in training camp, you can't drink or do anything like that.
So what does your day-to-day training look like? Obviously, are you training every day?
Yeah.
And what does that look like?
So I wake up probably around like, if I'm going to run before I train, I'll wake up at 5:30, but if not, I'll just wake up at like 6.
Okay.
Get ready, have a coffee. I don't eat. And then I just leave and go to training for 8. I train for about an hour and a half, an hour. Go back home, do what I need to do, and then I go back to training again at 5.
Oh, wow. So you're training twice a day?
Yeah.
What does this training look like? Obviously, for me that doesn't, obviously, you know, I'm jiggly in it, so I don't really do all that training. But for you that, you know, you're in training camp right now, what does that look like?
It's fighting. It's just like either pad work or just fighting.
Okay.
You just fight. You just literally fight. It's crazy.
Okay, so you're just literally spending all day fighting, but in more of a positive mindset. Like, obviously, fighting to win, but not fighting because you're in this angry space where you need to prove something like you was on Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a different... It's so different when you do boxing. It's like, I get something out of it. After the end of the day, it's like, I'm clear-minded because I've just been working out all day and I've been letting out any little bit of anger I probably did have in me. I've let it out through like doing sports.
And how are you dealing right now with a lot of the internet backlash? Obviously responding to everything that's happened with Paige and just generally, I know you've had quite an interesting journey on social media. So how do you mentally deal with that?
This one, I'm just using it to give me more power to win. And everyone that like comments things, especially now, it's like you're all just gonna eat your words when like you see how I am actually in a ring. So that the whole Paigey thing, I just really pay no mind to it. But previously, when I've had like comments and things on Instagram, I'll be arguing with people in the comments. I really do. I argue with them. Sometimes I'll even see a comment and I'm thinking, needs to get taken to a DM.
Yeah.
And I'll actually DM them, and it will be a private conversation now.
Yeah.
You commented that for a reaction from everyone else, but I'm gonna take this to the DM. We're gonna privately have a conversation. About this now, because you can't actually think it's okay to, like, some of the things I see people comment, even thinking it on the way here, some of the things that men say to me, it's like, do you think this is okay? Like, do you actually think this is normal to say to someone? I
Literally.
would never, ever send someone a DM. Like, I would never send a guy a DM like, I just want to see your dick in my face. Like, and it's like, guys will just DM me like, I want your pussy in my face. It's like, where in your head did you think this is acceptable to say to someone?
I don't really get those comments, you know. Like I had a message day before yesterday saying that somebody wanted to come on my tits, but it was on a fake account. I can't imagine men having the effrontery and the guts to do it on a profile that belongs to them. That's fucking scary. That's fucking scary. But it's more like sexual advances as opposed to like hate. Mm-hmm. Girl, I would take the sexual advances every day. Tell me you want to.
No, I still get hate as well. It's still hate. Okay. It's still hate. Like,
so how are you dealing with the kind of hate aspect of things right now?
Right now, I'm dealing with it fine. It's probably the best I've ever dealt with it.
Amazing.
Because I'm probably in the best space I've ever been, like, literally in the last, like, 5 years. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. But, like, previous years, I act like, but it did, like, destroy me sometimes. Because it is hard. Like, I was, like, not young, but, like, I was, like, becoming a woman in my womanhood, and I was just reading all these comments of, like, people telling me that I'm this, people telling me that I'm that.
Yeah.
And as much as you know you're not, there is a part of you that cares what people think about you.
Yeah.
Anyone can say they don't care what people think, but there is a part where, especially when your job is based off people's opinions of you, like, it really is. Like, if I'm not liked, I don't have, you know what I mean? Like, I need people, not people to like me, but, like, because I know you're not going to be liked by everyone. But sometimes, some comments it would get to me, I think. It's not nice.
Yeah,
like,
it's not nice. And especially, obviously, in the industry that you're in, and even just going back to some of the things that Paige said towards you in terms of, obviously, there was a conversation about you may or may not having a threesome, and that you're a slag, and that you're a this and you're that. Like, when you're hearing all these things about yourself, what is your initial eternal response?
Sometimes I'm like, I want to go online and clear, like, always constantly clear my name of, like, I'm not a hoe. Like, I never had that threesome that everyone thinks I had. I want to do it, but then with this whole Paige thing, there's, like, a part of me that's just stopped myself doing that, because I'm not, but so what if I was? Like, if I really was all them things, how are you going to tell me what I can and can't do with my body? Like, now I feel like I'm just becoming, like, a woman's voice and all this, because I'm not, and I wouldn't do a lot of the things that people think I do, or, like, people say I do. But if a woman did do it, I wouldn't tear another woman down for it. And I feel like that's so, like, I'm guilty. But it's like, I'm not. I just wouldn't. And I feel like me coming on the internet and being like, and proving myself to people, I feel bad for the women that do, like, do worse things, or, like, women that do that, because I wouldn't tear a woman down. Like, I wouldn't talk about a woman that does OnlyFans. I might not do it, but that's what you want to do. That
statement is so powerful, but it doesn't align with the comments that you made about Paige Keiki allegedly having sex for a feature.
Yeah.
Check your heart, sister.
Because I made that comment after she came and said them things on me. So I was actually I was letting her know she's contradicting herself.
Okay.
Because you lost your virginity for a feature. I wouldn't have started with that.
You just had it in the wind. They never added the name. Listen, one thing about me, I'm nosy. I'm gonna want to know honestly. Like when I saw that video, you lost your to who? Who was the feature? Was it good? Did she kill it? Did she shut that feature down? That's the best of what, like, that's what I wanted out. But yeah, when is the fight commencing? 13th of May. And it's tickets. Do you know what? Yeah, can I just say something? I'm gonna be really fucking cheeky because I don't give a fuck. I asked to sponsor this episode, and they said sorry, they can't do that. So
who's that? The people that sponsor the fight?
Yeah, the people that are streaming the fight. They're like, we can't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask my editor to blur their name out, because you don't even deserve me saying your name on my show. But do you know what? I'm not even gonna say your name, but you know what it is. Dickhead. No, yeah. It's like, no. Yes, me. Okay, but I'm gonna move on. We are gonna play a game called Win or Bin. So the name of the game is, I'm gonna give you a topic of conversation, and you are gonna tell me whether it's a win or a bin and why. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Easy peasy. Cool. Win or bin? Dating your friend's ex.
Bin.
Why?
I don't want anyone inside of me that's been inside of my friend, even if she's not my friend anymore.
Okay. So I heard something in the grapevine, and it said just leave it in. And she is talking to a guy that her friends used to date, and she was like, Joyce, I really fucking like this guy, but back in the day my friend dated him and I don't really know what to do. Now I think with me, I'm so like, dating your friend's man is just a no-go. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about that word dating, because there's sometimes where it's like, what if for example they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, but they were
sleeping together?
Okay, let's start with sleeping together. Still no. What about they were just talking?
They went on a date.
They went on a date and it didn't bang, and it's like, okay,
and it'd been years and years, and I met him, and like I kind of thought maybe then I would. It does. I think it does. Dating, mm-hmm. No. If that was her boyfriend, no way.
But some girls would be upset at the fact that they went on a date once and they really liked him and it didn't work out, and then you've started dating. They would say that's self within the room.
If I've liked the boy and my friend had gone on a date with him, and I was like saying to her like, I really like this boy, and she was like, no, because I've been on a date, I'd be like, you're so selfish. Like, let me have some. Like, it didn't work out for you. Like, let me have a go. Like, if it was just a dinner and it just didn't go further, that's sabotage.
So you're cool with that?
Yeah, and I would if I had gone on a date with someone that didn't work and my friend was like, I really like him, I want to give it a go, I would be like, go ahead. But it's probably going to be weird if you have him around, but go ahead.
go do your thing.
Yeah.
I hear you. I feel like sometimes it depends on the level of the relationship, but also the mental state of your friend, because sometimes like there's sometimes where, let's just say I'm talking to someone, but obviously my level of interest might be higher than his, and he might be interested in you, for example, but in my mind, that's my boyfriend, that's my daddy. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's not really a that thing, Joyce, relax. But he's shown interest to you and you kind of like him as well. So is it a thing where you'd still, obviously I'm hurt, I'm like, yeah, but you know, I like him.
Even if it wasn't that, but you really liked him, I would still be like, cool, like, you really liked him, he didn't even really like you, but I won't go there, because I think I would do that. That's a nice friendship. That's a nice friend you are. I think for me, again, it depends how fresh. This is all recent, so like in our scenario, it's a recent thing. So, but it's that one that's difficult, because that's not fair either, because the guy doesn't like you.
Yeah. But you love your friend. No, but I think for my friend's emotional well-being, I'll probably just leave it. There's more fish in the sea. But there was a conversation that happened with you last year that people were saying that you basically dated your friend's man after.
Yeah, no.
She said no.
No.
What's the real story here?
So even when I cleared it up, people still was like, no, like, so I was with him. We'd been like seeing each other. We actually were boyfriend and girlfriend, but he saw something on my phone, so it quickly ended.
Okay.
But for quite a long time before she had got with him, it just wasn't out in the public, because I had just come out of a relationship, and I was kind of in my like revenge era. So that was then when I met him, but then I actually ended up liking him. So then I was just so confused, and I was like, this definitely can never come out, because I've just come out of like a 2-year relationship.
Okay.
And now I'm actually liking you. And then it literally, we stopped talking. I then got back with the guy before, the ex.
Okay.
And then literally a few days later, like after we stopped talking, I've gone out with the ex and he's started dating her. But she, like, I had been with her in situations and I'd been like, oh, I'm going to meet him, and I'd leave.
So you guys were friends?
Yeah, we didn't start off as friends. We started off like meeting through work, but I would say we were friends.
Okay, we've been on
a lot of like holidays together and like brand trips. And when you're on a brand trip with someone and you stay in a room with them, you get comfortable. Like, you know, you get to know them a lot.
Let's keep it a stickety stack. Yeah, because this industry, everybody knows everybody, and you have to work with people. And there's gonna be times where I go and I see some person, but they're not really my G's like that. Was she your G like that?
Yeah, like, okay. Like in terms of the industry, yeah, I wouldn't call her and be like, oh, this issue, and start telling her like things. But most things, we had the same manager, so we did a lot of things together. Yeah, a lot of things together.
Okay, and then she went to go and date
him after, yeah.
I have a question, sister. So when he bought her the Birkin bag for her birthday, how was you feeling? Because what sister, where's your Birkin bag?
I don't know if I want to say certain things. I was happy for her.
Did you get a Birkin bag too?
No.
Digger, is Digger just giving that?
No, everyone's circumstances were obviously like different in different situations, and yeah, she deserved it.
Are you saying she deserved it or she needed it?
She deserved it.
Okay.
She did. Like, actually, I have no hate towards like Maya at all now.
Okay. Obviously, now, did you guys, obviously she's no longer with him, I believe.
Yeah, she's not with him. No.
Did you guys have a conversation and rekindle and just kind of...
We never spoke, ever.
Wow.
We never spoke, which was kind of even weirder because obviously we were friends, and I think we would have like realized a lot if we'd had like a simple conversation, because guys are liars and guys are manipulators, and guys will tell you anything to make it seem like they're not in the wrong of certain situations. I think if we had that conversation, maybe a lot of things would have been cleared up.
I mean, it's never too late. Talk to her. Tell her you want to talk to her, meet up. Like, I'm for the kumbaya shit, you know. I'm for the peace. Like,
I'm for the peace now. We probably wouldn't be friends now.
Of course, but just
I have no issue with her at all.
Unless you really don't care. I mean, there's some times where there's like, it doesn't matter how long it's been. For me, sometimes it's like, there's some things there's some things that were left unsaid, and it's like, I just would love to have a moment just to understand everybody's mental capacity and just sit down and just kind of like hash it out and just be like, because I know sometimes, especially when you're going on shows like this and you haven't spoken, these are the kind of conversations that might incite all those weird people that are not involved in the conversation but are voices into the conversation to be like,
yeah.
So you two having a conversation, I feel like would be healthy.
Yeah, probably. I think now it's probably gone past the point of like having a conversation.
And you don't bump into her or anything?
I see her at like an event a few months ago. I just smiled at her. Well, yeah, I think it was this year or last year. The event wasn't awkward. It was just...
I think it would be good because again, like you said, unfortunately, when there is no communication, there's always room for assumption and other voices to come in and misconstrued what people are trying to say.
Yeah,
and people
definitely.
I'm telling you, people love the mess, especially when they're not in it. So it's like, oh yeah, I heard she said this about you. Like I had an incident recently myself where somebody's like, oh yeah, you know, this person was talking about you on her podcast, and it's like, girl, you listened to 2 hours of my podcast to go and tell someone I was talking to them about.
Yeah, it's messy.
Like, it's fucking messy, and it's you need to get another job because clearly the one that you have is not keeping you busy enough.
Yeah,
you dig.
You dig. I'm so over the situation. When I got back with him and we was dating, I did like have like this hate to her because it was just like, but now I'm like,
so you got back with him?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is when I say I was with him before. I was with him like 6 months before.
Oh, so you were with him first?
Yeah.
Maya got with him.
And then I got back with him, and then that's when everyone knew that cool. I was then with him. And
yeah.
No one knew I was in a relationship with the guy 2 years before because I never posted things, but I did feel like I had this like oomph in me when I started dating him again, that it was kind of like I did want people to know, like not people to know. It was like I just wanted people to know I got my man back. Like
Okay.
I was like that, and I probably would never have like ever gone public
if not for that situation.
Yeah,
okay.
and it's so bad.
I feel like sometimes you just like the mess. I feel like you like the mess just a little bit.
Just a little. I did like the mess a little bit, but now I look back and I'm thinking we're both not with him. Like we're both in the same boat now. You left with the Birkin. She left with the Birkin.
What did you leave with, sister?
Trauma.
So, but we're not doing UK rappers anymore.
No,
US?
definitely not. I don't think I could do an American boy.
I would love an American boy, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Coachella.
Oh yeah, you were in
yes,
LA.
I was in LA. I went to Coachella, and I just kind of loved the vibe and the energy of the men.
Really?
I kind of do, yeah. I kind of do.
Just, I hate it.
Do you really do? Mm-hmm. Why do you hate it?
It's giving biting lip. That's the only way I can actually describe American men.
Giving,
they're biting their lip.
They are very well dressed. They have a bit of feminine energy about them. Yeah, like I might need to go down to New York where the hood niggas is at.
You go to New York, you're seeing everyone in a night tech. It's like London.
No,
you don't want a night tech.
I like the type of guys I like Kingpin. I like the ones with the attitude of a drug dealer, but they dress nice. Like, you know, they'll still wear the polo, Ralph Lauren shirt, the jeans, the nice.
But I can get ghetto real quick.
What's that?
They can get ghetto real quick if they need to.
Yeah, if they need to. Yeah. Like someone with biceps and triceps. Like, that's my type. That's the type of guys that I like. But I like it again. I'm a very in-betweener. Like,
I like a skinny guy.
Do you know what? Yeah, let's talk about this because I'm not. Girl, go ahead.
I like I don't like a muscly guy.
Skinny skater guy.
Yeah. Not skinny skater. Like, do we have to put skinny and skater together?
Because I'm trying to imagine the person. Like,
can I have a skinny drug dealer? No, skinny
slim.
Skater. Yeah.
Slender.
Yeah.
Like, you know those slim boys that their tag name is Slim? Like them slim boys.
I like slim boys. I don't, maybe, yeah. I like slim. I don't like a big muscly guy.
Neither do I. I love a fat boy though. I love a chunky wanky.
Oh, I don't. I've never been with one actually. So
I've actually been with a couple fat boys. I can't lie.
Really?
I've been with a couple fat boys.
I haven't. I've only ever been with like quite skinny guys.
No, the fat boys is where it's at.
Really?
Yeah, man.
What makes them so great?
First of all, the hugs are amazing. They hug you like you feel safe.
I'm not a hugger.
You're not a personal touch person? Really?
No.
I've never met a woman that's not personal touch.
What star sign are you?
Libra.
You're a Libra?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's your problem? You know, someone came on my show a couple of weeks ago, was proper slating Libras, and I was just here like...
I can tell you a thing or two about yourself.
Go on.
Libras... You're a very outgoing Libra. I feel like there's two types of Libra, but Libra have like a really quiet side and a really outgoing side. But Libras, they have like secret lives. Every Libra I've come across, they live like two completely different sides to them. But you're really outgoing.
Yeah, I do have another side to me though. This is like, obviously when I speak to people, like I'm very outgoing, but I do have my other side that only my real people them see.
Yeah, and sometimes I think, well,
I'm
not about to come in.
No, talk
bad on Libras. I'm sorry, but some Libras that I've known, they have like a lying thing.
Oh, okay.
No,
I actually don't lie, and that's not because I wish like I was having.
But not like a lying thing, as in like
fake.
No, like they just won't tell you. They'll lie about things about themselves. That's what I've noticed with like some Libras that I know. Like just be like, oh, did you do this? No.
That's I've heard that before, but I don't have that trait, sadly. And I wish sometimes I was a good liar, because I feel like my honesty gets me a bit in trouble. Because if I don't like someone, it's all over my face.
Really?
It shows in my whole body. Like I couldn't lie because all my emotions are like on my forehead, so it shows in every type of capacity.
Do you not ever get scared of someone like me coming on today? Like, in case you just really just...
No, I've never had someone come on, because usually the people that I want on the show, that come on the show, is I actually generally like them. Like, I think when you first came on Spill the Juice, as a guest, you really surprised me. And I was like, I actually really fuck with this girl. Like, she's given it girl / mean girl, but I really fuck with it. Like, it's like, that's the energy that I was getting from her. I was like, girl, I could kick with this bitch. I feel like if you were still doing the just modelling, you were just a model on that, I probably would not have got you on my show. Just because I like to sit down with people that I know I'm going to have a good time with. Because again, it's going to show on my face. It's going to show on my body. The episode is probably going to be an hour long because I'm going to be like, girl, I can't stay for that long. And I've got ADHD as well.
Yeah, so you need to be
So I need to be stimulated. I need to actually... There's sometimes you have conversations with people and they just don't talk. And it's like, bitch, say something. Obviously, you would know. You've got a podcast.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a talker. Like... When I know there's a camera, I come alive.
Yeah.
I come alive in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But in like day-to-day like conversations, I hate talking, I hate conversation, I hate conversating. I'll headphones in. I hate when I get in an Uber and they make small talk. I hate it so much. It's like my biggest thing ever. I just want to shut up.
Don't speak to me. No, do you know what? It depends. Sometimes I do like to talk to them because they give me some interesting conversation. But I think it depends on the day I've had. If I had a really tiring day, please, sir, I know you just started your shift and you have all the fucking energy in the world, but I don't. But there is sometimes I do. I remember one time I was having an anxiety attack in the cab one time, like a severe one. And the Uber driver, bless him, he was giving me sweets. He was trying to calm me down.
Oh, that's lovely.
Like, he was just the best. And he was telling me a book I should read and how he...
You let him know. I would have been in the back suffering in silence.
No, I was like... No, I think I was on the phone to someone. I was like, I can't... And then, so when I got off the phone, he actually was like... He could have been like, girl, that wasn't my conversation. But he actually was, are you all right? Like,
yeah.
I think, okay, he was fabulous. I love him. Maggie, big up him.
That's nice.
Big up him. I do want to move on to the next win or bin. Let's fucking see.
That game.
Yeah, trust me. So we're saying bin to the friend.
Yeah, bin.
Okay, we're saying bin. I agree.
Sorry.
Win or bin cheating back?
I want to say bin, but it's a win. And it's just... It depends.
She said, what does it depend on, sister?
If you want to leave or stay. If you want to stay, don't cheat back.
Okay.
What kind of fool are you? That's just stupid. You're just going to play a game of back and forth.
Okay.
Until someone cracks.
If
you want to stay, don't cheat back. You're going to have to deal with it if you want to stay. Mm-hmm. If you want to leave, go out with a little bang. Why not? Let them feel what... Sometimes
Tansy loves the chaos today. I'm really deep in you today.
Go out with a bang. And sometimes I'll even forgive. Got ya. I'm cheating back, but I just want you to think I've forgiven, so now you can feel this feeling in a week, 2 weeks. And it's so bad and it's not, but it is a win sometimes. It really is.
I feel like, do you know what? I wish I was that babe that I was like, revenge. Like, I really hate revenge. Like, in terms of, I wish I could do it, but the way my conscience will start digesting me, I want to say I want to cheat back. But again, knowing myself, actually, but then again, I'm petty. See, okay, cool. Here's the thing. I probably wouldn't do the full-blown cheating.
I was just going to say, it. Define cheating. Like, I would, sometimes it would just even be like a little thing where I'll go like on a date.
Okay, see, that right there, I could do. But like before the date,
I'm not gonna go and like
flirt in. I'll be like, yeah, babe.
That's it. I'm getting fucked tonight. Like, no, I'm not doing it to that extent of like cheating back. But like, yeah, I'll go like on a date and stuff. But don't do it impulsively. If you're gonna cheat back, you need to have this well thought out plan. Because I have like cheated back.
Mm-hmm. What's the story?
Oh, God, so many stories. Well. One time I cheated back. I ended up liking the guy and I ended up dating him. But sometimes I do it off like an impulse emotion because I'm like, I want to go out with a bang. Like, you can feel this now because you've done it to me. And then after I'm sitting there and I'm like, I didn't want to leave. I acted too quick. I actually should have stayed silent and stayed. I don't want to leave. So then I'm in a situation I'm fighting for them back. And just a whole lot of mess. Like, yeah.
I'm crying. I think I would do this cheeky text like, baby, what's your, like, I'll purposely lay it so he sees, like, yeah, listen, what you trying to say, like, what you doing?
Yeah, like you want him to just see it.
See it just so the anger can come out small. Yeah. But I don't feel like I have it in me to do a full-blown fornication, But again, my friend told me that there was a guy that she was seeing and he cheated on her, so she went to go fuck his friend. Them type of girls, villains.
No, they really are.
They are the real villains. And you know what? Yeah, if that's your steez, big up you. I'm not even
I think it's a win if you are that girl.
If you're
not that girl, don't force it,
because you'll just be crying. You'll just be, don't force the cheat. Don't force revenge. Yeah. If you're not on it, don't force revenge.
It shouldn't even be a thing where you're like, do I get revenge? The people that naturally get revenge, they just do it without thinking. I've never drafted up a revenge plan.
What's the most revengeful thing you've done? Because you're talking about spraying cars and stuff. I need to know. You've done worse.
I told this story I've told this story actually. I told it on TikTok, but probably the worst was a guy I was dating. I was at his house because this is the guy that lived in the other country, so he's back in like London for a bit, and he just said, oh, my auntie wants to see me. But we were kind of on like rocky roads at this time, so he was like, just don't be here like when she's here. Shady, because I was like, I'll just go in another room, like go downstairs and like talk to your auntie. I don't know when your auntie's just come and seen you anyway. I knew it was shady, but my friend lived literally 5 minutes away, so it's locked down. So I've gone to her house. I'm at her house and I'm just sitting there thinking, this doesn't feel right. This just doesn't feel right. So I'm like to her, we need to go there. Like, let's go pull up.
This is the friend that also spray painted the car with you.
She was there.
Big up her. Yeah. Listen, she a rider.
Yeah. I tell her now, anything you need done, I'm doing it.
She a rider. Yeah. Proceed.
So she's come with me. We're in an Uber. We've turned onto his road. And my heart just sunk because I saw girls in dresses, girls in heels. It was like just walking down the road. I just looked at her and like we just looked at each other like it was in that moment. I can see how women kill men because I would have healed him in that moment. And when we've left her house, I've taken a Ciroc bottle because I knew in the back of my head something's going to happen. Like I'm going to need this bottle. Just. For smash it, I need to bottle someone. So then now we're on the road and there's no chance he's letting me into the house. If I knock on the front door, like, this isn't, hello, let me in. I need to seriously like think about how I'm getting into this house. Yeah. I'm pulling up. So we're now at the neighbour's house. I'm like to my friend, budge me over, like into the neighbour's garden, and then we'll climb over the neighbour's garden fence. So she's budged me over. As she's budged me over, I've got a PLT tracksuit on. It's all ripped. So imagine just a whole leg on the side is open.
Listen, that fast fashion can't take fence jumping, it just can't.
No, oh my gosh, no way. So that's ripped. I'm a mess. I'm in the garden. We're now in his garden. We've managed to make it over all these fences, and it's got big bifold doors, and I'm just looking in. And that's when I just saw it all. A girl's on his chest. Everyone's partying. I saw it. I'm filming. I have the videos on my phone. I did a TikTok on my phone. And it's like, I remember when. Filming it. Because I'm zooming in and the girl's like on his chest and he's in his dressing gown. And it's just, I'm watching the whole thing.
Like a whole orgy kind of a thing.
And I might as well have been watching him fuck her. Like, that's how, like, I was,
When you mean she was on his chest, what was, like,
it was just
laying?
Like a flirty, like... It was like such a quick like movement thing, and I loved him so much. So this was just like my heart broke in this moment. But you just fight. Like it's like I'm fighting at this. You cry or you fight. It's fight or flight. So I've taken the ladder and I've just smashed it against the back door, and the whole party's just looked at me. And someone must have said, like, ignore her. So then everyone's gone back to partying. So I now stand in the garden and everyone's gone back to partying. And I'm like, I'm screaming, I'm shouting. I've smashed my bottle on the Ciroc bottle on the ground because I'm like, allegedly. It will make a weapon if it smashes in the right way. Like now I've got a little shard of like something. And he's come around the side, like him and his friend. Get out of my house, like dragging me down the side. And I don't mind if you drag me because you're my man, like, and I'm in your garden and I'm trespassing. Like, you could drag me out. But at this point, like, his friend has put his hands on me, and I'm like, nah, like, this is over. Like, this shit's getting shut down tonight because your friend's not touching me. So now I've come to the thing. I've had this like genius idea of like, it's a lockdown. I'm gonna call the police, and it's just not snitching. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually not snitching. It's not. I've gone over this so many times in my head. Like, it's not snitching. He was a footballer. Like, he wasn't a gang member. He didn't even have anything illegal going on. It wasn't snitching. So I'm like, cool, I'll go. But bearing in mind, I haven't left like I'll go. It's like my tapes are everywhere, all across the ground. Like, I just got my tapes fitted that day, I remember, and I just bald patches from where he was just pulling my hair. Like, it was just, my hair was across the whole street. So I'm like, oh God, it's fine. So I'm like, I've called the police and I'm like, hi, like, it's locked. This is a 6 people rule. So it weren't severe lockdown, because boy, but severe lockdown, you joking, you probably got jail time. Like, they were taking that shit so seriously. It was the 6 people rule. I said, there's a party going on at this house. It seems like a lot more than 6 people in there. So, and then my friend's like, let's go. And I'm like, this is how I know I'm crazy, because I said, no, I want to stay and watch it. I want to stay and watch it. Like, this is some like real like EastEnders stuff. Like, I'm standing across the road and watching this happen. But then I've seen one undie car pull up, and then it's like clicked in my head, oh, his brother's gone to jail before. Like, I've called the police on this address. Like, they're going to take this so seriously. So it's like, oh my God. Then another undie car's pulled up. And undies, not even like the police, like the undies. And the
girl, how you know what undie cars look like? You've obviously lived this life.
And
you've obviously lived this life. Okay.
You just know.
You just know.
And then they get out, and then I was just like, I've just messed up so bad. I just started feeling so bad. So I've gone to the police. I have this whole thing documented, because I was obviously filming the whole thing. I'm like, to the police, like, I start crying my eyes out. I'm like, there's no party going on in there. Like, my boyfriend's cheating on me. I've told a lie. Like, I've done a really bad thing. Like, I've actually like, look, madam, we just need to check that there's not more than 6 people in there. So I've actually given him the heads up. They're checking. Everyone else are hiding. Police have checked. But through all this commotion, my mind is still get in the house and get that girl now. It's my new mission. So while all this commotion is happening, I've slipped in the house somehow, and I'm like hiding in one of the rooms. Oh, it's just awful. Like, that's what I mean by don't go outside.
Wait, I need to finish the story. So you slipped in the house.
Yeah, and then I'm like filming myself. I'm in the fucking house. I'm in the house. I got caught in the house. I got dragged back out. But the next day I was back in the house.
So did he get caught?
No, the police like was fine. Like, I basically just was like to the police, like, he's cheating on me. I've called and said he's having a party. He's not having a party.
Oh, so they've then left.
They've then left. I don't even know really what happened after this. It was just a really sad moment after this, because it was like I just was looking. It was like I destroyed the world, and then I was looking, thinking I've destroyed the world. It was like I called the police. My hair, a lot is going on. Like, I've ruined the night, but I've ruined the night.
I've never heard such a chaotic story in my life, and I fucking love it.
That was probably my worst ever thing, where even that I thought, I can't go out like this. This is sad. This isn't it. This isn't how I want to. This is how I want to be remembered.
At the beginning, you was like, when you said every time I always leave with no pride. This is the type of shit you got it. Just the image is taking me out. You've got a Rick's PLC. Jogging bottom. You've got bold patches. You've got your tapings flying out. That is the most you probably got your individuals stuck together from the tears.
I had makeup on.
That was just fucking ruined. Chaotic. What was his excuse? What was his reasoning?
I dismissed everything he'd done wrong because I went so crazy. So then after that, the argument for the next few days was how crazy I was. Not about the fact that he lied and I saw the girl on his chest. It was like, even when I would bring that up, it was like, he was like, I don't care that I done that because you acted like that. You ruined everything.
That's
like, my friends,
fucking gaslighting, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was. I was gaslit. And I was gaslit. And we actually ended up dating for another like 8 months after this. But I was gaslit so bad. Because then it was like, I was like, yeah, I did do so much. I did go crazy. But you did lie. Like, let's remember
why.
They always get the reaction, but not the reason for the reaction.
Yeah,
and that's
agreed.
What annoys me about men. They'll do something and then my reaction is why you're now angry at me. No, this is what's going to happen. There's consequences to your actions, and that was a consequence.
Can I just say, your character surprises me. And I think a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, I can't believe this girl's this crazy.
Yeah.
You do not give it whatsoever. I wish I was, because I think people could just tell I'm not normal. Like, it just exerts out of my bones. I said bones.
Yeah.
But with you, you're very like cool, like you have it girl vibe, energy. And then you're just like, yeah. And then I just fucking smashed his window. And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, it got...
Did you cheat? And then you cheat back after?
No, I never really cheated back on him. I did things like that though. Like I also painted his car. And then literally was like with him then that same night.
With the painted car?
I think he knew it was me, obviously, but he then came and picked me up and he was like, someone's painting my car. Like, that's the paint they used. Because when I've done the paint, what is this? Some incriminating situation. I'm not going with the paint. Dash the paint onto the drive as well. So he's now got that. He's like, and that's what they used. And I'm in the car and I'm looking at him like, this is what they vandalised your car with. I'm getting flashbacks of me in the store. Like, let's get yellow. Let's get the yellow one. I thought I was just bad. Like, I wore a camo tracksuit to ride out in. I was like, my friends like, wear camo or black. Do not wear normal outfit. Like, we're literally all from Surrey, Epsom. Like, I don't know why we even knew what riding out was. And we must have drove around. We must have drove around the block of his house so many times that it started becoming suspicious, because every time we got outside, I said, I'm not doing it. And then it got to the point where my friend said, you need to do it or we're going home.
Go home.
Because my friend was driving, so I'm not going to keep going round and round. Oh, it was a mess, and I spilt some paint in the back. We ended up being together still after the whole painting thing happened. And
does he know it was you? Did he know it was you?
No, so he didn't know it was me.
So he knows it's you now?
He knows it's me now because he got me back. He obviously found out it was me, got me back like a year later.
What?
Stupid.
Wait,
yeah.
What did he do?
Come and paint my house red. But the worst thing is, yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't drive. So he got my sister's car, my mum's car. Like, it's horrible. I woke up in the morning and like, my whole family. It's not real.
You know your life is not fucking real.
Yeah, he got me back.
Yeah, who told him?
I don't know who. God, I just stopped. I had a video of me jumping out the car and doing the thing yellow. And when we broke up, I think I posted it somewhere. Or like, I would post it like, so funny, like, because it is so funny. Like, do you know what I mean? It's done now. But then, yeah, he got me back. And that night, before I knew that he had painted my car, my mum called me and she was like, because my road is a really quiet road. So if there's anyone on the road, like, I've got the kind of neighbours that will like call the police.
They'll be like, suspicious.
And especially, are you joking? Especially if there's a black man on my road. I live in a very white area. They are calling the police. So my mum's like, just had a call from like the neighbours across the road. Like, apparently there's like a guy like hanging around the house. I'm thinking, it's not for us. I didn't even think anything really was going to be happening with me at this time. This is in the night. So then when we've woken up in the morning, I've come out. My whole family, I thought someone had died. It was like my sister had come from her house. Everyone's sitting there, and they're like, "Go look outside." And it was a snow day as well, so it was just red all down the road, everywhere. Get out there and clean it up. It's done this. I was like, you couldn't say anything because it was like, fair enough.
It didn't say anything. Did you?
No, it was just a whole lot of red everywhere, all over the car, all over the drive of the house. But it's like that valid. Like, I got you got me back. Like, evens. Are
you coming back for another round?
No.
Or it's just like, what, even now? Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Girl, you was chaotic as shit. And I'm fucking here for it. I don't have those stories. I really don't have. The stories that I have are like really embarrassing things that's happened to myself. Like when I fell in the porta potty at Coachella. Like, that's the type of shit that happens to me. I don't, those kind of stuff that happen with relationships and stuff, girl, I would just start crying. Just know I'm not going to smash anybody's car. I'm not going to go and paint your house. I'm not going to go and steal your jewelry. I'm not going to, even though I want to be that babe so bad, it's just not in my destiny.
I know, but the thing is, the sad like part is, I like joke around and like tell these stories now, but I was definitely not like laughing at the time of all this was going on.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I would do it and I'd put on such a front, but then I'd literally cry myself to sleep that night because I'd regret what I don't. When you've got ADHD and I'm a Scorpio, I react off my emotions so much, and I don't think before I do something. So I would do these crazy, outrageous things, and then that night I'd be like going to sleep and I'd be thinking about it, and I'd be thinking like, fuck, what have I done? Like, I've literally fucked up so bad. Like, that is not normal. Like, you can't do them things to people. Like, they've hurt you. Like, you move on and you be a good person. And then I have them thoughts, and straight away in the morning I go, fuck it, it is what it is. Like, let's go. Like,
I did what I motherfucking did. So guys, we are going to move on to hot topics of the week. Of course, it has been a chaotic week and we are going to start with some hot new releases. So we have Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice who have teamed up to release a new EP remix of Princess Diana. So I don't know if you've heard it, and I absolutely. What do you think of it?
I love it.
I love Ice Spice and Nicki.
Oh, I love Ice Spice.
Nicki, are you a Barbs?
Yeah, I like Nicki. 100%.
No, no.
I'm not like. I'm
You're
definitely
not
more of a Nicki than I am like. What, is that even still a thing? Like Cardi.
It shouldn't be. It should never have been a thing. Nicki Minaj has about 10 years plus on her belt.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever try and.
Oh my god, yeah, you really are. Bro.
The person is like, whoa.
10 years plus.
Yeah,
on her belt.
Yes. Y'all are about to come for my
Barb speech. You don't know the Barb speech.
Yeah, pick up on the motherfucking Barbs. Listen, I was about to start. Listen, but yeah, this do you know what? I really love the remix. I thought the remix was fab. Only thing I'll say is this, and this is me being honest, yeah. I felt like the video could have been stronger. And this is coming from...
I liked the video.
This is coming from someone who is... Nicki Minaj is my mother. Like, but I feel like for what I would like to have seen in terms of videography, cinematography, I don't feel like I was getting it.
I just feel like she knows, like... I don't need to do too much.
She doesn't.
I don't need to prove myself.
True. That's true.
And I think if she did do too much, a lot of people would be saying, what is she trying to compete with? Ice Spice, trying to show that she's the better. She just came on a humble, this is me, this is what I'm giving, and then let me go. Like, she didn't do too much.
I agree. I feel like Nicki Minaj has nothing to prove to anybody.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a consumer, as somebody that
you
loves...
wanted more anyway.
That, like, when we're talking about Nicki and we're talking about the level of music videos that she's done in the past, high level shit, I was just surprised to see that the video that was for obviously the Princess and the Queen wasn't to those standards. But I think the remix is amazing. I'm really happy for Ice Spice because I know she has been talking about working with Nicki from the beginning. From the beginning. Is there anyone that if you worked with them you'd just be like, I will actually die?
I don't know, like worked with them, but like to go on something like Jimmy Fallon or like
fab,
to be like in a carpool karaoke with like James Corden, like I think then I'd be like,
I believe James Corbin
yeah,
is leaving Saturday. Is it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's leaving.
Yeah, I
soon.
see like he has some...
It's either he's leaving or he's already... What controversy?
Well, apparently people say like he's not nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard this.
Like, I see like some things like that. But to be like on one of them shows or like SNL...
Oh, SNL would be fab.
That would be like, I've done this. Like SNL, like that's my like, that's a goal. Like, I would love to do that.
Would you do a good skit?
Yeah, I'd like to think I would.
Okay, I will give you a skit right now.
Oh.
Would you do it?
No.
You see, where's the SNL confidence?
Saving it for SNL.
Saving it for SNL. What about speaking of Jimmy Fallon? Actually, I want to say a big motherfucking big up to Flo,
like
I want to say
I'll give them all the
I am
flowers.
so motherfucking proud of those girls. First of all, the song that they dropped with Missy Elliott, if you a fly girl, get your nails done, get a pedicure, get your hair done. See, they telling me I did, but it's obvious. I don't need a man to tell me when the party. Listen, I don't need a man to tell me where the party is. I don't need a man to tell me where the party is. Period.
I saw that. I watched that today actually, and I was like,
music video, fabulous. Outfits, fabulous.
They've been
all over. They've been on tour. They're in the US tour right now.
With their hair,
and
that's
hip hopping.
Yeah, like I love them when they hit.
No, they're the it girls. Honestly, they're the it girls right now. I'm so pleased for them. They went on Jimmy Fallon and it was phenomenal. I feel like every time they do a performance, there's always somebody where at different times where I'm like drooling, and I feel like Stella this time around for me, the black dress. She's just a fucking it girl.
Yeah, she like when like I first like started listening to her music, I kind of not like in a rude way, but I didn't really look at her as like someone that I would always be like, she eats like. And now that last few like months, I'm like, she's just slaying. Like, yeah.
Do you know what it is? There's something about Stella's face that I think she has the possibility of being a supermodel.
Yeah,
of being
100%.
a model.
She's got that look.
She has a look about her that is very like supermodel-esque. You've got obviously Georgia and Renee are gorgeous.
But they're all so different, which is why I think it works so well, because there's not a point where you would look and think that they're ever trying to compete with each other. Which is sometimes what I think with like groups, like if they look too similar or like one looks more like the other, becomes like they're trying to compete. They're all so different and it all works so well. I think what I love
about them and what I love about any group generally is that you're a group, but you also have your individuality. It's so important. I feel like sometimes people can get lost in being a group and people don't understand who they are, what they do individually. But with those girls, they work phenomenally amazing together, but have still maintained who they are in essence individually. So you know who they are and what they're about each way, 100%. But together they still come together and it works and then sync and they're absolutely beautiful. But I'm honestly super proud of them, every single one of them. I've thought that they've been superstars from the beginning. I thought that, you know, from Cardboard Box, that their trajectory is going to be phenomenal, and to be honest, they've even over exceeded what I have thought. So big up motherfucking them every time. But yeah, Jimmy Fallon, why not? I don't know. Do you know what I would love? I would love a talk show, you know. I would love that. I would love a talk show. I feel like I've finally figured out what I would like to
You're a good
see
talker.
Myself. Thank you. I've been told I talk too much.
Well, no, not too much. Just the right amount for someone that wants a talk show.
Thank you.
For that talk show.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, Wendy Williams. Do you know what? I was about to say God rest her soul, but the woman has not even passed away. I'm so sorry. She's very much alive.
What happened to her?
It's really sad. So Wendy Williams, obviously, and this is the ladies. No, I don't want to say that her downfall really started with a man, but of course it did. As many other women's downfall usually is because of a man. So her husband, I was watching a documentary about her. Her husband really finished her poor. Whoa.
It's all right. That's what Fizzy does.
Wendy Williams, don't come for me. No, So basically her husband, she was married to a guy for over 20 years, and he basically was very involved in her career. So it started off as, you know, dating, and then he ended up being one of the producers of her show, The Wendy Williams Show. But before that, she was in radio, so she was a radio host, and then they gave her own show. Now, during this time, this guy had the whole other babe in a different continent. Not a different continent, but a different town. They were in New York. Maybe she was in LA or whatever. So people started finding out that he had another woman in a different state. Then the woman now got pregnant. So that was track one. Obviously, having a talk show host where obviously Wendy Williams is known for being very controversial and just talking smack. Like she doesn't even care for your emotions. She'll just say how it is. Obviously, now she is under fire and she's not really saying much. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, so he got the girl pregnant. And then from there, everything just started spiraling. Her health really deteriorated. She just went downhill from there. Aww. And then they cancelled her show. So obviously Wendy Williams is no more. She's now being...
What? They actually cancelled her
Wendy
show?
Williams is no more. Yeah, the Wendy Williams show has been cancelled. And there's another woman called Cherie who's taken over with the daytime slot that Wendy had. She's a little less controversial, a bit more fun, and I really like her and I'm really inspired by her. But it's really sad.
That's really sad.
Her story is really sad. But yeah, I remember when I was watching documentary, she was saying that obviously she feels like the reason things like this are happening to her is because she was talking shit about people. I think someone backjudged on her. I can't even lie. I think so, but I definitely feel like someone backjudged on her. Sorry, allegedly. Let me say allegedly, because she like when your job is to ruffle feathers like that. When your job is to upset people, like she did not care, and I think she was the only one in the space that could really do those stuff and get away with it. Like no one is coming to back you. Yeah.
Well, if you do have a talk show, you've got to pray every night.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be as messy as Wendy Williams. I don't think I could do that. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to be that messy. She is messy. She's messy, but you know, you do have to pray for her. I have been praying. since I came back from LA. I felt like weirdly, I just kind of felt like spiritually distant from God and stuff. So I've built.
LA's a weird place. It kind of, I find it really weird.
You know what's so weird? I remember I was talking to someone and on the. She was driving us on this weird bike thing. She was like, the energy in LA is like so negative. Like it's just a really dark place. And it's like, I can't feel it, but I don't know if that's the tequila.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone just wants to be someone in LA.
It's weird.
And like, it's just, I'm not a big fan of LA.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big fan of LA as well. I feel like everyone is too flashy for me. Like I said, I like to think places.
No one's in the real world. Everyone's just in like.
La land.
Yeah.
La land. But yes, big up.
Wendy Williams.
Big up Wendy Williams. Big up Flo, and big up Nicki Minaj and Princess Diana, Ice Spice. Phenomenal. Let us move on. So we have got Creeping John with a question mark. Influencer Pam McBee took her Instagram story to express her frustration about an individual who fans are assuming is allegedly John Boyega. In a string of posts, Pam McBee leads fans to believe a mystery man did her wrong. She said, if they hadn't been in my business, I would have never known that man I admired and he was dating for a while so the man that I admired and was dating a while had a whole other person in his life. Many criticised her for doing it publicly, but many defended her, saying this is what heartbreak looks like, and the sooner you experience it, the better. So there was an influencer, I think influencer, model, stylist. I'm not sure what her
she's
occupation is, but I do apologise. She put a whole load of tweets out claiming that John Boyega was seeing another woman while he was seeing her. And she just went on a whole rage about, the pillows that she's sleeping on. I bought you those pillows. I bought you those pajamas and da-da-da. Are you the type of babe to take heartbreak public?
No.
Like if a guy, neither would I,
I don't want people to.
I don't want people to know that I've been disgraced.
Yeah, I don't think when people take it to social media, I do find it quite odd because I think, what do you want us to do?
What do you gain?
And what do you want us to do? Do you want us to make you feel better about the situation? Like, this is the reality of it. It's actually going to make you feel so much worse because people are going to laugh at you. They're going to... And I don't think I would ever really... I would know... people go to social... And when people go to social media about their baby dads as well... Are we the courts? Are we
go to
social services? Are we gonna give you the child finance that he's not paying?
I feel like a lot of times where some women go wrong, and I hear it, sometimes it's to invoke a response. So I always say, public disgrace is the best disgrace. Because there's sometimes where you talk to people on the low key and in any capacity, you're trying to deal with things, they're not trying to hear you. Someone owes you money, they'll be quiet, you'll be messaging, nothing.
Yeah, someone publicly to come and be like, this person owes me money. Maybe because that's embarrassing them.
They will send that money straight. I feel like it might have been to invoke something on John Boyega's side. Like, obviously he's a public profile. Maybe it was a situation where she was trying to deal with it on a low key and she wasn't getting the response or the attention, so she's like, fuck it, if you're not going to respond to me privately, let me take it to the net. But guess what, nigga still didn't reply, so it's awkward now. Do you get
I know. And it's more awkward if that girl was to come forward and be like, and what,
and you know what,
you'd feel even more embarrassed.
Because now it's a thing where the girl that you're saying that you're two-timing, she's like, well, I'm a stick beside him.
Yeah,
and it's
it was comfy on that pillow.
I'm a stick beside him. Like, what do you do? Because I'm sorry, John Boyega, I'm a stick beside him. John Boy, I'm a stick beside him. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, no, I would never.
What do you want me to do? Chicken and stew. I have to stay beside my man. Like, I definitely agree. I would never come out with something publicly, but I do understand the heartbreak and the frustration when you feel like you're with somebody and it's not reciprocated, or the love is not being shown as much as you've poured into the relationship. And she is an absolutely stunning woman.
I understand anything a woman does because of a man. There's women that would take it to the internet and look at things I do and think, I would never do that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Men make girls crazy. Girls are not crazy. I wasn't naturally crazy.
Yeah.
I got made to be crazy. I really did. So I don't honestly, I don't anything like a woman does that's been provoked by a man. Like you do you.
She's like, girl, you motherfucker do you. You do you, but yeah, it was a lot. But do you know what? Speaking of John Boyega, I never really hear much about his love life. I feel like he's very quiet about the women he dates. I don't really know much about him.
I know him, but do you know what? I can't even like really put a face to like the name.
Johnny Boyega. So he's done a whole bunch of movies. Star Wars. He's done. Girl, I was about to say Attack the Block. No, he's done Woman King. He's that guy.
Yeah, I know who he is.
He's that guy, but sometimes it's like the face is black. But yeah, he's a phenomenal actor. He's doing incredible things. He's from the UK originally. No, it's not ringing a bell. Okay, per. But yeah, you don't exactly, and to be honest, that might even be good because aside from his characters, you don't really hear much about him. Not like our brother Damson Idris, who is with Laurie Harvey at the moment. I was about to say something so rude, but I'm just not even gonna do it. I can't bother. I'm counting out the days. Sorry, I said it.
I said it.
I'm counting down the days.
She's great, honestly.
I love Laurie Harvey. I think she's fantastic.
I would pay serious money to just have a little conversation with her. And
really?
Get some tips.
Do you know what I hear?
She's doing something right. Well, not right enough because they never stay, but she's doing. Do you know what I mean? She's doing something. Like,
well, maybe she doesn't want them to stay.
Yeah, like, she could be the issue, and that's why I want to know what are you doing. Like,
what are you doing? But she honestly. I always see like pages and videos talking about like Laurie Harvey's feminine energy and how she attracts guys and stuff like that. But I just really think she's a beautiful, feminine woman.
Me too. And I think she knows what she wants, and a lot of guys do want that. And
yeah,
she knows you're only gonna get this
if you do this,
and they're gonna do it because would you not?
Do you know what?
I feel like a lot of guys just want to say now, and then they actually do end up getting sucked in.
What'd you say?
A lot of guys just want to be like, yeah, I want to date Laurie Harvey, but then actually they end up actually liking her in it.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like a lot of times when it comes to guys and it comes to sometimes their dating choices, a lot of the women they tend to date are women that bring bragging rights. Especially when you get to those levels of actor, athletes. The woman next to you needs to be an embodiment of who you feel like you've become. So, and it's really annoying in terms of like objectifying a woman, but sadly that's what guys do. They want the bad bee next to them in the Ferrari car, like I've noticed a lot of times the men that women date, when you actually microscope it, they don't actually like them, or they don't feel like they have anything interesting to talk about with their women aside from how are you? How's your day? Like, I remember I was talking to my brother, and I was like, do you find your girlfriend funny? And he was like, no. He was like, I don't find her funny. Like, and a lot of guys don't find their girlfriends interesting or funny, and they're just like, yeah, that's just my girlfriend. But she's pretty and she looks good and
that's scary.
She's sexy and that's it.
That scares the life out of me.
But big up all the personality queens as well. Big up all the girls with personality. Can I just say, I'm actually very surprised you have a personality.
People do say that.
Very surprised because a lot of the light-skinned girls I know, yes, I'm going to go there. A lot of the light-skinned girls I know, they're very, very beautiful. And especially like in your space where it's like, Instagram models and appearance and you guys are gorgeous. But after that, it's like...
there's not much.
What's there to talk about? Like, what could we possibly talk about? And it is very refreshing. That's why when I watched your podcast and you were like, and someone was like, were you always beautiful? You were always the it girl. You were like, I was always the it girl. I was always hot. And I was like, that really surprises me because then where did the personality aspect come from? Because usually personality is formed when you're ugly fighting for your life, like me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think because like I've said before in that I modelled since I was younger, and it was always a thing where like I didn't want people to just think I modelled since I was a child. I didn't want people to just think that was all I could give. So then I feel like I was fighting even more to always be the funny one or like the one that made everyone laugh, because I didn't just want to be the pretty one in school. Like, how you could be horrible to someone for this, I don't know, but people would be horrible to me because I modelled. People would say things like about the way I look, like you just think you're it. And now when people say that, like, no, you think I'm it. Like, I don't think I'm it. You think I'm it.
You think I'm it.
So then I was always just trying to like show that I had more. Like, I can be funny. I can make you laugh. Like, I can talk.
I'm not just a pretty face. You're definitely not just a pretty face. And we've got one more hot topic of the week. So no show Frank. Following his performance last week, Frank Ocean has pulled out of his scheduled headline set at Coachella 2023 this Sunday, April 23rd. Apparently, on a doctor's advice, Ocean will not perform due to 2 fractures, lies, and sprain in his left leg. It was chaotic, Ocean said in his statement. There is some beauty in chaos. It isn't what I intended to show, but do you know what? I don't even have fucking time for this. So I went to Coachella.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see his performance?
I was there. I saw the performance.
I've seen a lot about this.
First of all, Coachella. I give Coachella 7 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like, it's just bragging. Like, honestly, Coachella was
just
great.
like, I went to Coachella. Like.
Yeah, I went to Coachella. Big up Adidas. Obviously, you guys, if you guys don't know, I'm an Adidas ambassador for this year, me and Victor. And also, I should actually take the time to say thank you to everybody who just kind of put me on this platform, because I wouldn't actually get these opportunities if it wasn't for you guys. The fuck. So thank you so much. I love you so much. So thank you. That's another thing to add to the things I'm grateful for this year, which is the Adidas ambassadorship. First of its kind, by the way. Like I'm one of the first ever content creator brand ambassador. I'm just
very good. That's very good.
No,
well
thank
done.
you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely fabulous. So I got the honor and pleasure of going to Coachella with Adidas, which was great. Coachella itself, I did not understand. Like, it was fun in some aspects and some parts, but there was a lot of walking around. One of the days I did 20,000 steps.
What?
20,000 steps. 20,000 steps I did in one of the days.
That's insane.
I'm a skinny legend, so.
Yeah, that is skinny legend. Like,
Thank
what?
you. Thank you. And the 20,000 steps. And then some of the music I didn't understand. Like, there's some music that when they performed, I loved it. Kate Tronada performed, loved it. Burna Boy loved it. Obviously, Uncle Waffles was there. Who else performed that I enjoyed? Metro Boomin was there. I didn't watch his performance, but you know, there was some artists where it's like, these are my people. Mm-hmm. For the rest of the show, the rest of the day, bearing in mind you're there for from 12 to 9, you're there for 9 hours. You're there for 9 hours.
There's a shift.
It's a whole shift. And in those 9 hours, you might be seeing 2 or 3 people that you like. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck is Bjork? I never knew who Bjork was. I listened to someone from Bjork for the first time, and I was so upset that I had to sit down and watch this woman. Imagine, we are in a concert. I want to do leg work. I want to, when the bed do the entire body.
Is there not, if you're not listening to someone, is there not like things you could do or not? It's not really like that.
You have there's like 4 different stages, and every stage is another 1,000 steps to get there. Oh. So one time, like, I was just on a stage, and this woman called Bjork came on now. Bjork is this fucking artist that just fucking does some stuff. And I'm just like, brother, she just does orchestra. Imagine, like, orchestra music. Like, techno orchestra, violins. Oh, no. And I'm like, where is the fucking Afrobeats? At that point, I was just even begging for Bashman, and I never beg for Bashman. R&B, hip hop, something else. Where's the nigga music? It just wasn't happening. So Frank Ocean now. So that was the one thing that I really hated about Coachella. Not hated, but it's like I like my music, but I think the whole event is to appease and please everybody.
Do you like Frank Ocean?
I love Frank Ocean.
Oh, okay, cool.
Frank Ocean, I've loved Frank Ocean since Tumblr days. You know, that's my guy.
So he really let you down. I feel like he let everyone down. He let the world down.
Babe, let me tell you what occurred, because a lot of people are seeing snippets here and there. I was anticipating for Frank Ocean. After I heard fucking Bjork, I was just like, I could have gone home, but I was like, no, stay strong. Let's go see Brother Frank in the Bumbuckler. So I think he was supposed to come on at 10.
He was an hour and 30 minutes late.
He was an hour late. 50 minutes came, half an hour came. I was thinking, bruv, where's Frank? Obviously, the graphics and that were moving on the stage, but nothing was coming out from it. Cool. He got on an hour later. First song that came on was Novocaine. And I literally ran to the front, pushed everyone past, move out of the fucking way. Listen, if you don't know the lyrics, get the fuck out of the... Listen, I was ready to go. And I was like, okay. I don't know what happened to this song. Just started playing some fucking rock rendition of Novocaine. It's like like I was just, everybody was looking around thinking, this is not the song that was charting at the time. Like, what is this? So it was like some weird rock rendition of the song that was mixed by some fucking DJ or whatever fucking person it was. Then after that, there was like this weird 3 minutes of silence. So bearing in mind, what's happening on stage is that Novocaine is playing in some fucking rock rendition, but Frank actually isn't on stage. That the cameras are moving and you just see like all these security or soldiers walking around in a circle, just walking around in a circle. And then Frank was there just fucking sitting down, like at the back of the stage. Like, he cut the stage so small that everything was happening from behind the stage and being recorded on a big screen. So you can only see him on the screens. And then there was like a 3 or 4 minute gap of just silence. And then the next song started playing. And then there was a 3 or 4 minutes silence. And then it was all like rock thing. And then there was like screams. And then...
Just wasn't it?
It just was not. It got to the point where it got to like, after maybe 20 minutes, I sat down because I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm so confused right now. And then literally another song, another silence. And he was like, y'all, they told me about curfew, so we're going to have to stop the show, but everybody good night and have a safe trip.
The accent.
Sorry?
Yeah, because I heard that if they go over a minute, it's like crazy money. They have to pay you like crazy. So
to be honest, if it was a performance worth...
Yeah, maybe they would want to pay, but they probably...
They're like, close that fucking shit down, man. No one's trying to listen to your shit ass... Like, they probably did him a favour. Because, I mean, it's Coachella. What's 100,000? I don't know if it's 100,000 per minute or 100.
But he definitely let a lot of people down because that was his first performance in 6 years, his first live performance. So people would have got tickets and gone there purely just because he was performing.
It was awful.
And they just would have... I mean, the diehard fans probably still would have been satisfied with that. But
this is what's pissing me off, yeah. Let me tell you what's pissing me off.
Because I see some comments on TikTok like, no, like... This was good, like this was good enough, like he's suffering, which I don't know. No one knows him as a person, so no one knows if he's suffering or not. But
girl,
he shouldn't have taken
like,
it.
I'm fucking tired of all these fucking abstract fans. They really fucking piss me off. Like, I was funny enough, I was saying this on TikTok. It's like there's some fans where it's like, okay, cool, we know that the artist that you love and support is very different and is very unique and is very like Kanye-esque or whatever.
Still doesn't mean they get to deliver less than what a performer is expected to do.
It's so annoying. Like, I'm tired of these type of fans defending bullshit. Like, it's like you put shit on a piece of paper, you put shit on a piece of paper, and you would say that it's everything but shit. Oh my god, like the brown means that his soul is dark.
But Coachella, they need to start like approving these things like before they go out on the stage, because
I don't know what the fuck.
That come on.
So basically there was an initial concept where he had an ice rink and basically all the skaters were supposed to be skating around the stage. Basically, apparently last minute Frank Ocean decided to cancel all that. He said lock it off, and then they completely rejigged the stage and rejigged the structure of the show last minute because Frank didn't like it. And that's what happened, I heard, and what the blogs are saying as well, TMZ, etc. So
TMZ,
he was just having a thinking about TMZ, they gonna get it right sometimes. So he was having a fucking Kanye breakdown moment, and then they obviously cancelled the following week. But it was because it was the last day It was the last day of the last weekend. It was just a big fat bummer. It was a big fat bummer. Like, it was so sad. It was such a bad.
Big fat bummer.
It was such a bad, sad way to go. It really, really was.
Going out sad.
It got out sad. But you know who I really like? Rosalia. Do you know Rosalia? She's one Spanish babe. See,
yeah. She had that TikTok viral song one time.
Listen, yeah, she has viral music and stuff. I've never known her past the TikTok, but after watching her performance, I became such a fan because her show was one of the best shows I've seen.
One positive.
You
left with some positive.
And Kali Uchis. Again, another girl I've never really deeped in terms of her music, but I left as a fan because their live performances were so good. I was like, I need to check out their music. But yeah, Coachella, honestly, for me, I wouldn't pay for it. Obviously, I got flued out. But if you want to go for the experience as to say that you just went, or if you like the lineup this year was, to be honest, not that great. But if the lineup is strong one of the years that you want to go, I think experience it. I think definitely it's a good experience to have.
It's not with me. I don't think I'd ever
go
to something like that.
After a while, just like, please, my stallion knees. I can only walk for so long. I was getting irritated. The sun, the queues, the people. It's just like, God, honestly, I would wireless or Coachella. I would have gone to wireless. You know.
I actually don't mind it. Like, I would rather go to wireless.
If I had to choose between wireless and Coachella, I would prefer wireless. I can't lie. At least after each set, there's DJs that play, you know, Western.
Yeah, apparently it's not like that at Coachella. Apparently it's just like silence.
It's silence. In between sets, the silence.
That is so weird.
Threw me off. I was like, where's the music? Like, to keep the crowd going. After each set, it's just silence.
Yeah, wireless, there's music the whole way through wireless.
Whole way through. No, not like Coachella. You will listen to silence. After your favorite performer is finished, it's nothing. Silence, zilch. You have to silence. Not even no background music. It threw me off because UK concerts, there's never silence. Like, if a performance finished, they'll have a DJ on the set in between to warm up the crowd and keep the crowd, you know, sustained in energy. It's fucking ridiculous.
But everyone says UK crowds are the best.
No, they are.
Everyone always says, and like, I see like UK crowds like singing along, and it's like they sing so well because we all had to do like choir when we were like younger.
Listen,
like UK crowds sound good when they're singing.
We can sing. We can sing. We have energy. Our concerts and our festivals are definitely a lot better. I would choose wireless or another holiday any day. I would have rather gone to DLT. I would have rather gone to DLT. DLT or Coachella? DLT, get me there. I'm not even gonna lie.
Are you gonna go to Scissor?
So, do you know what? I'm really spoiled these days. You know, I haven't bought a ticket
because you know a brand's gonna come around at the time.
Because do you know what it is? To be honest, if she is someone that I was really passionate about, I would have bought a ticket. But I'm not really passionate about her. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not going.
Yeah.
But I wasn't passionate enough to buy a ticket.
The whole drop thing.
Yeah, the whole drop. I'm sorry. I'm not her core fan, sadly. But I do love her and I love her. I will, you know, shimmy. But if I don't get a ticket, if I don't get a ticket, or if I don't go with the brand, or if I don't go, like sometimes I go to events for these lot just so I can talk about it, say how it was. So if that was a thing on, you know, people are like, oh, we're going Scissor, I'll go Scissor. If the Bad Boys girls are going Scissor, so I can talk about it. But that's about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not really forced. So we are going to move on to word of the week. Guys, you already know we are always trying to grow and evolve on this show. So we have a special space on this show where we just kind of free the realness and have a word of the week that I feel like a lot of people might be struggling with, or a lot of people, excluding myself, need guidance in navigating. So word of the week this week is forgiveness. Sometimes we feel as though forgiveness is forgetting ways people have wronged us. But in reality, forgiveness means choosing to let go of your anger, hurt, and desire for vengeance. Here are some steps towards forgiveness that we can all implement to make forgiveness easier. Would you say you're a forgiving person?
Very.
What are your mechanisms which help you to forgive and let go?
I think I can really put myself in like someone else's shoes. So in order to forgive, you need to try your best to put yourself in their shoes and understand maybe why they did what they did, or why they thought that was okay to do. And then it makes you more okay with it. That's what I would say my main thing is when it comes to forgiving.
I feel like sometimes
everyone has a reason.
That's true.
And everyone has a different story. You might not do it because you haven't been through what they've been through, and you don't have that inside you to think that way or that mentality. But when you put yourself in someone else's shoes, you think they'd probably do that if I went through what they went through, or I lived what they lived.
Absolutely. I feel like I've tried to not take people's actions towards me so personal. A lot of times people's response to things are in the way people respond to you are because of how they feel about themselves.
Within themselves, yeah.
And again, sometimes I think self-awareness for me is a big thing. Like that when things get into really big proportions and they start blowing out of proportion, I think of how I contributed, because the way I live my life is I feel like everybody has a contribution to arguments and disagreements. I don't feel like somebody 100% has the blame, because whether I retaliated in a way that wasn't productive, or I didn't react in a way that dissolved the situation as opposed to aggravated it. So that's kind of the thoughts that I have when I'm trying to exercise forgiveness. But here's some of the things that we wrote down. So acknowledging your emotions. I feel like start by recognizing and accepting your feelings without judgment. It's okay to feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. You're allowed to feel this way, so don't suppress it or deny your feelings as they are valid. A lot of people like push their feelings to the side, and then that's how resentment builds. I feel like being aware of how you're feeling towards that person is so important. Acknowledging it. Don't be like, oh no, I'm okay, I'm cool, or be the bad girl and be like, yeah, ain't nothing do me wrong. It's just like, no, you're hurt, babe. Be honest with yourself. And then the second one is shift your perspective. So try to view the situation from different angles, including the other person's viewpoint. This doesn't mean excusing or justifying their actions, but it can help you gain a broader understanding of the situation and foster empathy. But stop the resentfulness. So letting go of burdens and resentment by releasing negative thoughts, grudges, and judgments. Holding on to resentment only prolongs your own suffering. Choose to free yourself from this emotional baggage. I feel like, just to conclude, for me, sometimes people feel forgiveness is about the other person, is about making the other person feel good about themselves. But I feel like a lot of times forgiveness is for your own release.
You have to forgive yourself sometimes.
Yeah, seriously. Sometimes forgiveness for me is so that I can have peace eternally. And that situation doesn't have so much of a hold on me anymore. Because sometimes the feeling of resentment is ugly. The feeling of resentment is not nice.
And you can have resentment towards yourself. Like, sometimes I'll just get angry, and I'll get angry for like my old self. Yeah. Because I think you missed out on so much, or like you missed so many good things because you were like sad, or like you didn't appreciate what you had in front of you because you was like in a sad place. And then I started like feeling angry at myself. So yeah, forgiving yourself is like a massive thing. Like,
absolutely, forgive yourself, babe, and don't be resentful. Cool down, breathe.
Me 20 minutes earlier, like revenge. Always.
Revenge.
No, it's actually not.
It's not always.
It's not always.
Right, so we have got one more section, and of course we are going to play a game. So we always play this game on the show, but I want to do something a little bit different. So we have a game in which we ask our co-hosts cultural questions, and this is the cultural questionnaire. So I have one motherfucking question for you, Tennessee. Are you smart?
Yeah.
Confidently?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I love that.
Confidence is key.
Here's the name of the game. You have 10 questions. You can only give me one answer. You can't tell me Becky, Susie, Adam, Bobby, Johnny, Joseph. You have to lock in one answer. And your name will be on the leaderboard. But also, because we are having our live show, you get the opportunity, if you get more than 5 points, to win 2 tickets for your community.
I'm gonna win.
So you get to win 2 people live show tickets. 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm probably going to win.
So you're confident.
Hard questions? I don't understand what this is.
Okay, so you're ready.
Yeah.
You're like, girl, why are you looking? Okay, cool.
Go.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Question number 1. Which producer has the famous tagline, "If young Metro don't trust you, I'll shoot you"?
What the fuck? How the earth am I meant to know that? I don't know. Pass. No comment.
You've got no answer?
Yeah, no.
Wait.
Say what their thing is again that they say. So that's not allowed to repeat question. No comment, actually. Moosh, no comment.
The answer is Metro Boomin.
Oh.
If your Metro don't trust you, I will shoot you.
Well, if you said it like that, I would have got it.
Of course, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to give it away. But you should have young Metro Boomin.
I know.
It's okay.
That's what, yeah, sorry, just go.
It's okay. Question number 2. Which video game uses the currency V-Bucks?
Fortnite.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
That is correct. Well done. It is Fortnite.
I love Fortnite.
Are you a Fortnite babe?
Uh-huh.
You like games?
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
You should actually get into that. There's money in gaming.
Yeah, maybe I'll start streaming on
You should start
Twitch.
streaming. Bad B's doing gaming. There is money in that. I wish.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's money in that, girl.
I know. Everyone always tells me that I should start streaming it. Because I like when I'm gaming, like, I get angry. You know, with them like 13-year-old boys like, throwing things around their room, I could see how it gets like that, because I had to stop gaming at one point because I thought I was gonna have like a panic attack, because when I'm getting shot at, it's like I'm actually getting shot at. It's intense.
That is a very cool fun fact. I love that. Question number 3. This is multiple choice. What is a female donkey called? Is it A, a Jenny, B, a Jamie, C, a Jess?
Jazz.
Are you locking that in? That is incorrect.
Wait, no. Oh, I can't change.
The answer is A, a Jenny. You're locking in too fast.
I know, I am.
Give yourself some time.
How many questions are left?
A lot.
Oh, okay, cool. So I've still got time to get the 5.
Yes. Question number 4. What does the letter E stand for in the acronym CEO?
God, if I knew what the C standard for, it would make it a whole lot easier. CEO. CEO. Oh. Is the C corporate? I'm not allowed. Clue. Hint. Phone a friend. CEO. Pass. No comment. Corporate.
We've got no answer. The answer is executive. Chief Executive Officer is the acronym. CEO is the full word.
Duh, why was it corporate?
I don't know. Why was it corporate? Question number 5. Buttons, shiitake, and portobello are varieties of which vegetable?
What kind of question is this?
Would you like me to say it again?
No. Varieties of which vegetable? I just thought there was vegetables. I didn't know there was varieties of vegetables. What?
Of which vegetable?
I don't know. Do you know? Do you know?
Why are you coming for me?
How about you? Do you know? Let me guess then, I guess.
Go on.
So, wait, say the things again.
Buttons, shiitake, and portobello are varieties of which vegetable?
Oh, I want to say... I don't even want to answer because I'm scared. I want to say mushroom. It's not a vegetable, is it?
Sorry.
Go on, just tell me the answer.
Are you locking that in? That is correct. It is mushroom.
It actually is right.
It actually is mushroom.
Don't give up. He looked in. No comment.
Not the moral of this story. She said, don't give up, y'all. Don't give up, y'all. Okay. Question number 6. Man of Steel is a comic book for which superhero?
Who?
Man of Steel is a comic book for which superhero?
Iron Man.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
That is correct. Well done.
I'm on 3. Answer's correct.
Yes. What is the capital of Australia? A. Sydney. B. Melbourne. C. Canberra. D. Perth.
The second one.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is it? I feel like it's not Sydney. No, it is, isn't it? Oh, the second one.
B. Melbourne.
Yeah. Oh, it's so not.
That is incorrect.
It was Sydney.
The answer is Canberra. I would have never got that, sorry.
Come on, who would have known? I knew it wasn't Sydney.
Canberra. Big up all the Australian people in the Bamba Club. Apparently there's quite a lot of Australian people that watch the show.
So, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Australian people like fuck with the UK. They fuck with like the UK music as well.
Big up all the Australian people in the Bamba Club, please. Question number 8. Which celebrity has the famous tagline like?
Ice Spice.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
That is correct. Well done.
Woo.
You've got 2 more. You are 4 out of 10. You may be able to win those tickets.
I feel like I'm not the first person
You
to
may
win
not.
these tickets.
No, you are the first person to win these tickets. We just started it this week.
I'm like, this 5 is not. I thought this 5 was gonna be so hard to get.
True or false? The Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of Brazil.
False.
Do you know where it is?
No.
But you're certain it's not on the coast of Brazil?
Yeah.
That is correct. Well done. It is off the coast of Australia, not Brazil. So well done. That's 5. And we've got 1 more. Finish the lyrics. See, my days are cool without you, but I'm hurting when I'm with you.
I don't know.
Do you want me to say it again?
Yeah.
See, my days are cool without you, but I'm hurting when I'm with you.
So I'm trying to sing it how I think it would go. Is it? No comment.
We've got no answer. The answer is, and though my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you. That is Ashanti. And though my heart can take no more, I keep on running back to you. That is Ashanti Foolish. So at the end of this, to be honest, yeah, I thought you were going to leave with 1, but you managed to grab yourself and get 5 out of 10. So big up you. And with that being said, that means you've also won 2 tickets for one of the bad boys and girls to come to the live show. So no idea how I'm going to go. So how is it going to work? It's just, I'm better asking you how it's gonna work. Like it's not my show. So So guys, Tennessee has won 2 tickets for one of you bad boys and girls to come to the live show. So it's going to be one winner who gets to have 2 tickets. So bring your motherfucking friend along. And all you need to do is comment below, Tennessee is a winner.
Woo!
Tennessee is a winner and she's going to be picking from somebody below. And yeah, we're going to announce it next week, right?
Yeah.
Purr.
Love that.
So guys, I want to say a big thank you to Tennessee for coming. Tennessee, where do we find you on the motherfucking internet?
Tennessee Thresh on Instagram, Tennessee Thresh on TikTok, and Tennessee Thresher on YouTube. And watch me fight on May 13th, everyone.
Are you really going to actually give us a good fight, Tennessee?
Yeah.
You're ready?
Yeah, everyone loves an underdog at the end of the day, so...
Do you feel like you could beat Paige?
Yeah.
Confident?
Yeah.
10 out of 10?
And when I win, I want 2 minutes of silence dedicated to me on the 13th of May for the rest of my time that I'm alive.
Okay, well, you guys heard that. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's Madam Joyce and we are No, we're not. We are going to be back next week with another bad boy or another bad girl. And with that being said, we are motherfucking out. Peace. Goodbye.
Bye.